Life isn't quite what I thought I'd be. When I was a kid on VOIP, I thought when I get older I'd marry her. I told her. Now I'm 26 and I work in an office. 9 till 5's not the best, I'll be honest. If I could change a single thing, I'd make it me and not him. He's in your bed, I'm in your Twitch chat. I've got the key and he's just a doormat. And even though he's got social skills, that doesn't mean I can't pay the bills. Anyway, make the most of him, 'cause she moves on pretty bloody quick. Oh, oh. Your new boyfriend's an asshole. Jared, of course I bet Jared. The one who took you away from me. You hit it off instantly. I know, 'cause you won't stop telling me. I've seen his jawline, shoulders and muscles push against his fashion sense. I've thought about what he looks like nude. I'm not gay though. But she's living the dream. Oh, she's living the dream. From back when we were 17. Living the dream. Oh, she's living the dream from back when we were 17. How on earth could I be safe when I'm one click away from insane? I just think that I deserve a little bit of what I earned. I'm not gonna make another scene. The one I made when I was 23 means I'm not allowed in Disney World. He's in your bed and I'm in your Twitch chat. I've got the key and he's just a doormat. 'Cause even though he's got social skills, that doesn't mean I can't pay the bills. Anyway, make the most of him, 'cause she moves on pretty bloody quick. Oh, oh. Your new boyfriend's an asshole. As your father, and you carry the same kind of temper too. But what a shame for the people of low community. Favorite things, fight and a lager. Name better way to spin out a jar or two. He's a model citizen through and through, you know. But quite like your girlfriend, how the fuck she end up with you? You know, we talk about all the dumb shit you do. In the back room of the bar, in the back seat of my car. She's the star. Well, now you need to calm down. Welcome to San Andreas.
Go, go. Hi, everyone.
A little more friendly now.
We are in full cosplay. Today we are in full cosplay. Thank you so much, Lip. Hi, Ghost. Hello, Snow. Yes, half elf. Hi, Father. Hi, in, guys. We've got the full Vex'ahlia cosplay.
She told me that she fucking hates you.
Alright, let me turn down my music. What is this energy? No good. Alright, thank you so much for the host. I appreciate it. Hello, everybody. Today I am cosplaying Vex'ahlia Derolo from Critical Role. It is a live play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Live play podcast. It's also a show. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mom. Thank you guys so much for the host. I appreciate it. Remember, you can host the stream totally for free, and it helps boost us into recommended to bring in new viewers. And I'd love to have new viewers in here with y'all. Ayo, hey, Darth. Hello. Yes, I am. This is the most recent form of my Vex'ahlia cosplay. I'll do a full fit check for y'all. Hello, Epic. Welcome in. How are you doing today? We are hanging out. We are talking cosplay. We're talking conventions. We're talking fandom. I want to hear all about your guys' relationships with the fandoms that you've been in. What kind of things really interest you? What are you passionate about? I'm going to talk about some of the things that I'm passionate about and how fandom changed my life and my relationship with cosplay. All those good things. We're going to have a great time today. Here is the full fit. I'm not wearing the boots that go with this outfit because I'm inside, but I will peel away the layers for you here. So we've got this magnificent thing that I got at the Ren Fair 2 summers ago at this point. It is a, I don't know the technical term for this type of like bodice type thing, but it goes all the way up underneath my armor, and it corsets my waist. We've got a belt, we've got a belt pouch hanging off my belt back here. We've got a nice little crossbody bag for some extra storage. Thank you, Ghost. That's so nice. Thank you, Snow. Hello, Eowyn. Hello. I made this dragon scale, white dragon scale armor out of foam and Plastidip. I made this in my really crappy like solo apartment that I lived in college, where I had to stand in my bathroom and spray Plastidip into a cup so that I could paint it on because I didn't have the proper ventilation. Kids, if you ever work with anything that has any kind of chemical in it, Plastidip, resin, anything like that, make sure you're in a properly ventilated room. Don't be like me. Don't be spraying stuff in a cup. It was my only option, Iggy! There's literally a permanent white paint stain on the side of that apartment building from where I went outside and sprayed this in like the dead of winter and then like ran back inside. But yeah, so we've got this chest plate here. Oh my goodness, I just ripped my headphones out because I brought my hand down too quickly. And then we've got this cloak that I sewed. Also, underneath this capelet, we've got kind of like a blue tunic that's really dark so you can't quite see. Mom, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness, I accidentally hit. How did I even do that? But we've got, for no reason, Eowyn. But yeah, we've got a blue tunic underneath everything. Thank you so much for the resub, Mom. 15 months. Let's freaking go. And then I sewed this cloak. So what this used to be, I thrifted a fur cloak. So this used to be the outside. Oh my god, Epic, thank you so much for the 100 bits! I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. You're too kind. Thank you. So this used to be a shoulder cloak from a thrift store where this was the outside. Brilliant! Thank you so much for the resub! Let's freaking go! 14 months! I know, we're so close to Ren Fair season! It's so exciting! Thank you so much for the 14-month resub! You are the best! And now we have a hype train going. Thank you! Oh my goodness. That's okay, Mom. You're good. I understand. But yeah. Oh, you want to see the nails? Here you go, Iggy. Here are the nails. I can never tell what's getting washed out, but there are my nails. They're press-ons. I haven't been to a nail salon, but they're just like this really nice like matte beige color, and then I've got one sparkly one because I like having my nails look nice. So this was a cloak where the fur was on the outside, and then the inside was like a gold satin fabric. It was so ugly. Emmy is here, or MA? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're so kind. Please, if I pronounced your name wrong, please correct me. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Levin Treat. I hope you enjoy the stream. Father, thank you so much for the 300 bits. What the heck? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And thank you for the lurk, Minty. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. So what I did was when I bought this cloak, I turned it inside out and I ripped out all of the gold satin fabric because it looked so trashy. And then what I did was I bought about 1.5 yards, I think, of this gray suede fabric, and I turned the... Oh my god, Ewan, thank you so much for the gifted! Thank you! Oh my goodness. I feel my cosplay from Halloween is mid-tier now. No, Minty, literally all cosplay is good cosplay. I promise you. The fact that you are passionate about something enough to, like, take the time to put thought into an outfit that revolves around that thing, that is so cool and so amazing. Like, you are so cool for being a cosplayer. 69 bits, nice. Thank you so much, Iggy. Thank you. If it is a Pike kind of gal, but it's still amazing. Thank you. Maz, I also cosplayed Pike, but I did like a formal version of Pike because I didn't have the time to make a full suit of armor type thing. So I did a formal version of Pike. I am not gonna show pictures of it though because my wig was absolutely trashed by the time I got to take pictures with my friend who was dressed as Scanlan. Because I had to practice dancing while in my formal Pike, and it was messy. It did not look good. So we're not gonna see any pictures of it, but I have done a look for Pike. Thank you so much. But, and then I sewed it so that the fur would be the inside lining because I thought that looked nicer than having it be the outside, and I have this gray suede on the outside now. You can see on the back, there is a bear print that I painted. A bear print that I painted with fabric paint as a little homage to Trinket, Vex'ahlia's bear, which you can see here. I have my official Critical Role Trinket plushie that came with the Critical Role animated Kickstarter stuff. I have my blue feathers for Vex. These are actually blue macaw feathers, so they're like yellow on the backside. I love how your recycled materials. ME like that? Okay. Let me take these out and fix where they are. But you can see on the back they're like macaw feathers. Wiz gifted them to me when we were cosplaying the twins the first time, and they have been my ride or die Vex'ahlia feathers ever since. We've got some pretty basic, these are like Amazon. Actually, I think I got these at Ren Fair, but these are like the cuff type ears because they fit on my head a lot better than other ears with this particular cosplay. Does this make Bio Trinket? I love that idea. I'd have to put her in a little helmet. You can actually like take Trinket's like armor off and stuff like that from this plushie. Oh my goodness, thank you, Eowyn. Yeah, and I try to recycle as much material as I can. I try to thrift as much fabric as I can. I think thrifting is a really, really cool way to cosplay on the cheap, and like I am not a professional like seamstress or anything like that. Like my sewing skills are very limited. I only have one type of machine, so you won't see me making anything with like a serger or anything like that. But I think with what I had, I thrifted this scarf as well. Working with what I had, I think I pulled together a pretty nice Vex'ahlia cosplay. I also made a giant bow for her. Anyone who's familiar with Critical Role knows that she has a big bow named Fenthras. I have Fenthras. He's in my basement. He is massive. And I don't think I'll be able to haul him up here. You wouldn't be able to see him in what my camera can capture anyway, but I have a giant bow that I made out of, what's it called? Like insulation foam from Home Depot. For those of you who are not, the dog is too small, get an actual size one that's bigger than you. I know. I gotta get a bigger bear. For those of you who are not familiar with Vex'ahlia, let me play you the first Critical Role opening theme, and then I'll also play for you the animated one, because why the heck not? I like showing the first official Critical Role opening because it's the players cosplaying as their own characters, and I support that so much. It's also like my dream to have use what you have, every cosplayer specified. Exactly. You don't need to buy official cosplays or spend a ton of money to be a cosplayer. Literally, you could, like, you know how people go to Disney and they Disney bound and they wear like an outfit that's like inspired by a character and they Disney bound? To me, that is a level of cosplaying. Like, that is like, it's like entry level cosplay, right? Where you're wearing a fit that's kind of styled based off of a character. To me, that is like entry level cosplaying. I would count that as cosplaying. If you did that at a convention, you are a cosplayer. I would take photos. Thank you guys so much for the hype train. I appreciate it. Disney won't even let me cosplay Sag. Wait, why not? I know that, agreed. Hi, Sam. I love cosplay, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm so unmotivated. It's okay, Eowyn. This is literally the first time, other than the time I did Katori on this stream, literally the Katori stream that I did here was the last time I was fully in cosplay. The only times I've been in cosplay since the pandemic started. Sans like the first 2 months, where the first 2 months I actually lived with Wiz and BB and all we did was make silly cosplay content together. After those first 2 months, my motivation like hit the deck. It was not fun, but you know. Is this just for fun or are you going somewhere? This is just for fun. I'm also gonna make some TikToks on my cosplay TikTok. If you have any interest in it, my main TikTok is Lemony Emmy. So like Lemon Emmy, except there's a Y after the N in lemon. My cosplay TikTok is lemonyemmy.cos, so .cos. Your TikTok cosplay is so good. Thank you, Sam. Yes, so I'm gonna be making some TikToks as Vex after this. Who is my favorite person to cosplay, or who do you want to cosplay the most? These are very good questions. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first I'm gonna show you guys the source material from where Vex'ahlia comes from. I'm gonna show you the live action Critical Role trailer where they cosplay all of their own characters, and then I'm going to show you the animated series that they then made out of their D&D campaign as well, so that you guys can kind of see the source material that Vex'ahlia is from. Like I said, she's from a D&D cast. So let me show you that really quickly. Here we go. Let me adjust the screen size really quickly, just so we can kind of make sure you're getting everything in there. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna be like the slightest bit cut off, but actually wait, here, I'll do this instead. Hold on. I'll do theater mode, because I think theater mode is a lot better suited to making you, like, letting you guys see as much as this as possible. Do that, and pull it kind of this way. There you go. Okay, so tuck in. Legends of Vox Machina is amazing, yeah. My cosplay was techno, and I'm so proud of it, and I'm gonna cosplay again. Yes! That's so exciting! I'm so happy for you, Minty. That's amazing! Alright, guys, check this out. Every D&D player's dream is making an intro like this for their D&D campaign. Hi, Percy. Yeah. Thank you, Emmy. I appreciate it. Hello, Soup. Welcome in. Sam. Here she is. There she is! Woman of all time. It did snow, it did. That is the kind of character that Scanlan Shorthalt is in that campaign. So this is the character Laura Bailey plays, Vex'ahlia. Obviously I took creative liberties with my costume. I think cosplaying, especially Dungeons and Dragons content, to me is all about taking whatever kind of creative liberties you want to take to portray the character as best you can. There's also variations, like as a D&D character goes through a campaign, they gain more equipment. Like this white dragon scale armor that I made for my Vex is something that she acquired later on in the campaign, so she didn't have it the entire time. But I have elements of the same thing. I have her side braid, I have the feathers tucked behind my ear, I've got that like fur ranger look that she's got going on. I just think that Laura Bailey, true, if any of you are League of Legends players, she voices Akali. She is in Dragon Ball Z anime and stuff like that. All of these players are voice actors, professional voice actors from video games, anime, all those kinds of things, all those good things. They are incredibly talented, and they did a they got their D&D campaign turned into a an Amazon animated intro. Here we go. So this is the opening for their Amazon animated series, The Legends of Vox Machina, and this is the trailer for, or the intro.
The adventure begins. They were always beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair, they got daggers and cunning. They don't see over there, there's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting, rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands, take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call? Digging deep in your soul as the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn.
There she is. There she is. Look at her. God, I love her. She's the woman ever. But yeah, so that is, if you guys have any interest in D&D, or if you just enjoy really funny animated shows, I highly recommend checking out The Legend of Vox Machina. Incredibly well done animated D&D special. Yeah, that's Scanlan. Scanlan Shorthalt. He's the bard, and he's very much a classic, like, horny bard, I would say. That is a very popular way to play a bard character. Thankfully, I think it's falling out of fashion, because I'm not a huge, as a person who plays a lot of bards, I am not a fan of the horny bard trope. That is your prerogative. Scanlan is annoying, and I do care him. Yeah, Scanlan is something. You know what's incredible and really a testament of like the power of fandom and stuff like that is that somebody I think it's called like the Philosophical Cantina or something like that. I'm definitely butchering that. They rewrote every single song in the original Hamlet. Hello, Buck, welcome in. That's so fair. They rewrote every single song in Hamlet and made it about Vox Machina and called it The Legend of Vox Machina. Did I say Hamlet? I meant Hamilton. I'm sorry. Hamilton. I was saying Hamlet because my mom and I literally just had a conversation about Hamlet. Hamilton is what I meant. They rewrote every single song in Hamilton and made it about Vox Machina and called it a party called Vox Machina. That is what they called the rewrite of it. It is so good. Yes, it's just like a phenomenal fan project. They did so well making it's an entire musical. It's literally the whole musical, but every single song is about Vox Machina, and that's incredible to me. Yeah, like so to answer your earlier question, Emmy, my favorite character to cosplay is Katori Minami from Love Live. Love Live is a rhythm game and also an anime about Japanese idols. It is the culture surrounding Japanese idols is very much like a very specific like genre of music where you form like a team of like several girls, and they perform like completely choreographed music. The Love Live, even though all of the Love Live characters are like anime characters, the voice actors who sing for them and voice act for them in the show go on tours and perform live concerts, and I think that's really, really cool, and they're so they're so incredible. And Katori is just like a huge comfort character to me because I love dancing. I am in several dance groups with my friends, and I perform as Katori. I've won 2 different Cosplay Masquerade Awards as Katori. I'll show you a photo of me as Katori if I can get my phone to even like show cosplay or show a picture on my phone. My phone is being so slow right now, probably because it's dying. But oh, let's see. That one's not gonna be clear enough because it's far away. But yeah, Katori is my favorite character to cosplay. You can kind of see this is me. I was gonna say that it's me on stage. It was me on stage, but it's also like not bright enough. Okay. Gosh, a single good photo. You can tell how it has been so long since I've like gone to a con and gotten proper photos taken of me, because like all of my cosplay photos are at like the top of my phone. That is a photo of me cosplaying as Katori, in one of the dozens of outfits that I have cosplayed of her. We actually did a cosplay stream a while ago, where everybody voted, and I cosplayed Katori on stream. Hello, bro. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the lurk, Ewan. Yeah, I agree, Ewan. I think it's okay, but... Hello, Danny! Hello! Won 2 different Cosplay Masquerade Awards. 1 the Golden Globe, 1 an Emmy, 1 3 Grammys. Oh, exactly, yes. Hello! Thank you, Danny! What was I saying? Oh, and then you asked me what a character I really wanted to cosplay was, and that answer, there's a million original characters, like my characters that I want to cosplay, but in terms of a like pop culture thing that I want to cosplay, I really want to cosplay, my dream cosplay is Yona from Yona of the Dawn. Gosh, here's like a picture of her. And she's in this like princess kimono. Here's the cover of a manga. I want to do this outfit that she's wearing, where it's a beautiful multi-layered kimono and she has this like crown on her head. That is my dream cosplay, but I want to make it, and I don't have the skills yet, so. Hi, May, welcome in. So ears too small. She's only a half elf. I can't make them any bigger. She's only half elf. Hello, Lolo! Lady Vex'ahlia, Baroness of the 3rd House of Whitestone and Grand Mistress of the Grey Hunt? Is that you? I was literally, listening to The Adventure Zone. Functional Wings cosplay, always a goal. Yeah, I agree. I forget I don't close on Saturday nights anymore, so I can consume limit stream. Oh my god, Lolo time! Oh, half elf. Make one elf and normal and the other one 12 feet. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. It makes me so happy that so many people here know Critical Role. And those of you who don't know Critical Role, I highly recommend it. Like I said, the original base content is a lot. They're like 4-hour recordings of D&D sessions. Like, it is a lot of content to consume, and the campaign that Vex is from especially, it's really rough in the beginning because it's before they were really like successful, and so they had a really like basic recording setup. The audio levels are not it. But like I said, if consuming copious amounts of D&D content is not your thing, I recommend checking out Legends of Vox Machina on Amazon. It is the animated show, and it's a condensed version of the storytelling from Vox Machina and their D&D campaign. It's very, very good. I really like it. Oh my god, that's so smart. Wings for Cyan, Rin, Haikyuu, Katori. Who's Cyan? Danny? Asahi? Oh my god, taste. So I was gonna say I want to get into Critical Role, however there's just too much content and yeah, Father, fair and valid, and also watch the animated special. It's so good. Oh, from Show by Rock. Okay. Low-key wanna? Oh, okay, so Maz. Guys in chat, like, what is something, like, if you ever thought about cosplaying, or like, even like going to a convention or something like that, what is like a media that you really, really love and you would love to like cosplay as a character as? Don't, like, if you're not a person who has cosplayed before, think of it as like, what is a character you'd want to dress up as for Halloween? Like, stuff like that. Like, tell me about the stuff that you love, because I want to know, I want to hear, and I want to talk about. When I started cosplaying, I bought really crap, like, cosplay was not quite at the point of popularity where it is now. Like, genuinely, I think the pandemic shot up the popularity of cosplay. Like, cosplay was already kind of on an increase of popularity, but then the pandemic hit and like every young person ever like got into cosplay, and now it's like through the roof. Hercules from the Disney movie, oh my goodness, I love that. I love that so much. I have no idea. There's nothing that you like movies or TV or books or anything like that. I have cosplayed from podcasts, I've cosplayed from anime, I've cosplayed from movies, I've cosplayed from books, I've cosplayed from pretty much everything that you can think of. Cosplayed from like characters that are associated with music. I hate the fact that I want to say Danganronpa. It was my longest hyperfixation. I love Angie from the third game. Angie's the painter one, right? Father, you would be such a good Angie. Oh my god. That is so good. Listen, like, this is the thing with fandom, right? But the only thing with characters that I like is Smash Bros. Melee. That's so, Smash Bros. Melee that's really cool. If you've ever been to a convention, or if you ever think about going to a convention, I will let you know. Even if you don't want to cosplay, I think there's like also a weird reputation that if you're going to a convention or like an anime convention or anything like that, that you have to cosplay. You don't. That is not a thing. There are plenty of people who go to conventions that don't cosplay. And there are gaming tournaments at a lot of cosplay conventions, anime conventions, whatever. There are gaming conventions, and there's always like a big room where there's like 10, or like depending on the size of the convention and how many resources they have access to. Usually there's like a huge Smash tournament set up at conventions. There's a bunch of different gaming tournaments that they'll set up at conventions for people who just want to be in person and playing games with people. It's really, really fun. I've literally, I've gone to the game room a couple times before, and I've played some fun rhythm games. Dress up normal and get a Sims crystal headband. That's so good, Maz. I love that idea. And it's like super, super, easy to do. Gonna go in with a full cosplay of Marth, then go up on stage and play Fox. That would be so funny, Snow. Current dream cosplay right now is Mando. Yeah, the Mandalorian. That's a lot of armor. That is such an interesting, like, people who cosplay, like Star Wars, like clone troopers and stuff like that, like, kudos to them, because that is such a big armor, like, build. Cosplays as Captain Falcon and plays Kirby. Literally. I'm not playing Kirby in Melee. I have so much respect for mecha cosplayers. Yeah, for real. One time I went to, the only time I've ever been to California, I went to, hi Jackie! Oh my goodness, it is Vex'ahlia. Hello, hello. We are cosplaying as Vex'ahlia de Rolo tonight. I just thought of a cosplay I need to full send. Do it. Iggy, I'm so excited for your Mando if and when you do it. Discount Miles Morales here. Oh, I love that, Darth. I love that so much. Any Spider-Verse cosplayers have my whole heart. My friend BB, who most people here are familiar with, she actually cosplayed as Peter B. Parker from Into the Spider-Verse, and it was so good. They got a full group of Into the Spider-Verse cosplayers, and they shot in the middle of the night in Town Square, New York City, as the Spider-Verse crew, and it was incredible. Thank you, Iggy. If you haven't checked out BB, please do check out BB. We love her, and she's one of my dearest friends. Still 25th on the tier list. As a Kirby main, I'm offended. I don't play enough Smash though. It's because I don't own any Smash games. Another dream cosplay of mine is I love to cosplay Xayah from League of Legends. I love Xayah. I love Xayah so much. This is what she looks like. I'll show you guys a picture for those of you who might not be familiar with League. This is what she looks like. She is a cute bird. She's a goth bird lady. I said cute. She's definitely not the cutesy type. She's a goth bird lady, and she has so many different variations of her. Here's a figurine of her. She's so cool, and I want to be her. Hi, BB! I'm hyping you up. I'm hyping up your Spider-Verse cosplay. If I ever end up having to shave my head, I'm attaching a pool wrap to my shoulders, putting on a black suit over it, and doing the Spider-Verse Kingpin. That would actually be hilarious, Richter. I'm so excited because I'm gonna do a cosplay for MomoCon next month. That's so exciting! Oh my god, Father! I hope I get to see photos. Smash Comp when? Yeah, right? I'm planning to go to the Ren Fair as a wizard hermit since magic isn't real, or is it? That's so fun! Oh my god, Berlin, have a good time at Ren Fair. I'm so jealous. By the way, Ren Fair cosplay best time, so true. I've gone as Vex a couple times. I've gone as Kaliana from Critical Role. I've gone as, of course, Loop from the Adventure Zone. I actually won a costume contest at the Ren Fair as Loop from the Adventure Zone. I cosplay my D&D OCs when I'm allowed out of work. Yes, as you should. Mads is right. You should host a Smash tourney with the mods. I don't own Smash. I should though. I just popped it when I saw the tag. Yes, I was hyping up your Spider-Verse cosplay, BB. Loop. Yeah, Ren Fair is my favorite place to be. Honestly, Ren Fair is like my happiest place on earth. I have this little dragon puppet thing that has a wire to control it with. That's so cool, Snow. Iggy, why would you do that? Somebody ban it, Iggy. Iggy, roll a d20 for me real quick. Iggy, just roll a d20 for me real quick. If only my mods could ban other mods. I'm gonna be mean to Iggy then. Iggy, I'm gonna bully Iggy back. Iggy, roll the d20 in chat. Don't just send me a nat 20 emo. Whew, Danny. Yeah, I'm gonna be mean to Iggy. Do you guys wanna hear me be mean to Iggy? It's exclamation point d20. Hi, Rena! Father, that's so good. Father, that's so good. Ooh, a 6. Oh my goodness, the rolls tonight? Not looking so good for you guys. Oh, my god, not a single double-digit roll amongst all of you. That is so funny. You're lucky, Iggy. You're lucky. You live to see another day. Oh my god! Y'all, is everything okay? Let's talk. Like... 18. Okay, there you go. Richter got a good one. Darth got a 6. Brilliant got a 9. Danny got an 8. Snow. Bye, May. Snow got a 10. All right. The way I got the dragon thing was so weird because you could buy it straight up, or you could buy an egg that would give you a random one. I bought 2 eggs for $5 each, got a $30 one and a $100 one. That's so cool, Snow. That's incredible. Oh my god. Eowyn got 18. No, baby! Baby, no! Now I have to remod Baby! Oh my god. Oh my god. BB's like, BB is banned on this channel. I have to unban that. That's so funny. You get timed out. What happens if you get a 20? It just says critical hit. I'm gonna like spoil that for you. It just says critical hit. How did I learn to do my makeup? So, a lot of years of practice. I will show you some of my original cosplays. And you can kind of, and I'll talk about my progression with makeup and how I kind of found my style and what works for me. I think it's important to also note that like different kinds of characters from different types of source material have different styles of makeup, at least the way I use makeup. Obviously anime characters, you kind of want like a bigger, like more dramatic eye look. Remember, when I say that, I'm not talking about changing the shape of your eye. Never change the shape of your eye with makeup. For any reason that can get into some really dangerous and like offensive territory, and you don't want to do that. I'm just talking about in terms of like I'm talking about enhancing features that you already have, like things that are a part of your face already. BB, I cannot believe that happened either. Oh my god, I gotta give you back your sword now. I was gonna yell. I was so confused. I thought the stream crashed. Crit failed, and so it casts silent on you, which means you get timed out of stream for 60 seconds, and it unmods my mods. It is quite the Adventure Zone. Okay. Let's listen to the Taz soundtrack while we vibe, shall we? Turn that down. Okay. But yeah, so like for anime characters, I always try to like, I put white in my water lines. I use like a kind of thicker eyeliner and bigger lashes to create that like wide-eyed, like anime look. For characters like Vex, who is like a more like, I think of her as like she's elven, right? So she has very sharp features. She like is designed to be very like attractive, like conventionally attractive and stuff like that. Like Vex is supposed to be hot, okay? Like Laura Bailey was like, I am making a sexy half elf. So I use a more smoky makeup style for her, a lot of dark tones. I use like a sharper wing for my eyeliner and like natural lashes to just enhance like natural features, but not make it too like animated looking. She still looks very like realistic and human. Yeah, never change your eye shape for any reason. BB needs reinstated. Yeah, I'm the only one who can mod BB. And Laura Bailey was right. She was. She did that for the girls and the gays. Making Vex hot. But I will show you guys some of my older cosplay because I was so bad at makeup when I got into cosplay. I was 18 years old and I still didn't understand how makeup worked. So I will show you guys like some stuff from my very early years of cosplaying. Oh my god, my old loot makeup was so bad. Here's a really good contrast. So I'll show you guys here. This is my cosplay Instagram. This is my only Instagram, really. So you can see here, like this was a photo of my Annabeth cosplay. God, I look so young. I'm literally like 19 in these photos. I look insanely young. There's a photo of my Annabeth cosplay that I thought that I recreated that I had shared. Oh, I think it was this one. Yeah, so you can see, like, I took the idea of, oh my god, as much as I love Crystal Kingdom, I'm skipping the ones that have singing in it because it's way too distracting for me. Like, I have these giant freckles on my face that was literally me just like taking, oh my god, get some sleep, Danny, I love you. Rest up. Yeah, with mine was a sprout. I still do, thanks Rita. Yeah, but I feel like I look like a baby in these photos. Anyway, you can tell I literally took a brown eyeliner and just poked it at my face, and that was how I made these freckles. I barely have any eyeliner on. I don't even know if I have eyeliner on. I maybe have mascara on. I've like darkened my eyebrows for some reason, like, and this wig is completely unstyled. So this was my first Annabeth cosplay. And then if you scroll up to a more recent time, I'm just gonna bump us all the way up here. We have my more recent Annabeth cosplay. There's a close-up photo that I'm looking for in particular. Because those are like more professionally taken shots. This one. Here is a more recent Annabeth cosplay. That's a TikTok that I filmed. Oh, that's the wrong post. Okay, there we go. I was like, is this the TikTok doesn't showcase the makeup enough. But you can see like what the method that I used for freckles here that made it like this more natural spread of things. I dipped a toothbrush that obviously like not a used toothbrush or anything like that. I dipped a toothbrush in a, you can use brown watercolor paint as long as it's non-toxic. Or you can use brown, like eyeshadow or face makeup. And as long as it's like something that's water soluble, I took a wet toothbrush, dipped it in a brown watercolor, took the bristles and flicked it into the sink just to get some of the initial like big drops off of it. And then I take the bristles and I flick it across my face. And that's what flicks the freckles like all over my face like this. That's how you get a more natural freckle like spread in my experience. I have a freckle pen that I use now that kind of does the job, but I really like the toothbrush method for like big widespread facial freckles and stuff like that. I clearly have learned here how to like blend my, first of all, use eyeshadow, blend eyeshadow, and also kind of a better eyeliner style that like, I used to do this thing where if it was like a young character, I would try not to wear any makeup because I felt like it wasn't something that they would do. Now, instead of not wearing any makeup, I lean into using more natural colors for makeup. That way I'm not completely like barefaced. Like the difference between my face when I'm wearing makeup and not wearing makeup is so dramatic that it's like if I'm in a costume, if I'm wearing a wig, I need to have some kind of makeup on, otherwise it looks so incomplete. Like to me personally. Obviously this varies from person to person, but since she's a young character, she's obviously like a young girl, I went for a more natural makeup tone. I used browns and like this light kind of yellow for her inner corner. Oh my god. Oh hey, it's Hodgepodge. But yeah, so this was my more updated Annabeth look. Took some photos in some places as her. I think another great comparison is like my early Katori cosplay. When did I start cosplaying Love Live? Let's find out, shall we? Look at my early loop makeup. Like, I thought this was it. I thought it was the moment. All I did was put some, like, sparkles on my eyes. Look at that eyeliner. It's, like, so... it's, like, under my eye and it, like, dips down and then it goes out. Like, I did not understand how makeup worked. I think a good way, like... I think finding somebody who does makeup that has a similar eye shape to you is a really nice thing. Obviously not like always possible, but I definitely watched a lot of makeup tutorials to kind of slowly but surely like get better at doing makeup. God, when did I start cosplaying Kotori? This is when I started cosplaying Kotori. Okay, here's a photo of my first ever Kotori. Look how minimum everything is. Again, the wig is not styled because I was so afraid to cut wigs. Yeah, true, Rena. It does. You can share any of our group photo shoots too. Thank you, Danny. Taz Bellad's arc was the 11th hour. I love the 11th hour. My favorite Taz arc is Rockport Limited, but I'm very biased because I love Angus MacDonald. But 11th hour, outside of Rockport Limited, second favorite arc. Absolutely. Do so much makeup that it doesn't make it look like you have makeup anymore. Pretty much, Snow. Speaking of Percy Jackson, what do y'all think of the Percy casting? I am so happy with the Percy casting, Maz. I am very, very happy with it. I think he's going to do a great job, and he's the right age, and I'm so excited. Yeah, I know, I'm so excited, Rena! So anyway, this is my first ever, Kotori cosplay. Wig is unstyled. I'm barely wearing any makeup again because I was like, oh, it's Kotori, like, she's a very, like, simple character. She's not very showy. She's a sweet character. So I'm gonna do a very, like, natural type makeup, which, to me, natural makeup was like, no, like, I'm literally not wearing mascara. I put, like, a tiny little wing on my eye, and I made my, my waterline white, like I said, adding that kind of, like, wide-eyed anime look. But, like, that was it. That was the extent of my makeup. And then I think you can see, like, here I start to get a bit more, like, experimental with my makeup. Like, this was a good improvement, but even here, like, my Kotori makeup is like, look at the contrast of my Vex makeup. This is the same character. I was doing, like, a beachy version of her, but the character I am currently cosplaying as is this character. Like, can we just talk about the glow up? It's so much better. Let's see. We have this Kotori. So I'm clearly getting a bit more defined with my makeup. I'm wearing lashes. I've got, like, an inkling of makeup on. You can tell I'm wearing makeup. And then we'll go all the way up to my most recent Kotori, which was the one I did on stream, where I showed you guys how I do my makeup. And this is how that makeup turned out. So you can see I've got, like, a bright inner corner. I've made my waterline white. I've brought the eyeliner kind of here so that I can make a more dramatic wing, and I'm using lashes that have, like, a spiked dramatic look to really, really make my eyes pop. I've also got, like, a light green shadow to match the light green of the outfit. I stopped trying to achieve one concrete look for her and started matching it more to whatever set I was wearing and pulling colors from the outfit and bringing it up to my eyes. There's also, I always put glitter on my idol cosplays because I think idols should have glitter. But that is the most recent form of it. Age appropriate cast will be amazing, but oh god, is age appropriate the poor lad. I know, right, Maz? Thank you guys. So yeah, obviously, again, I think makeup is definitely, like, it varies from character to character. Here I'm cosplaying a masculine character, so I'm not wearing, the only makeup I'm wearing here is I have darkened the outer corner of my eye, to give it kind of a, like, more, like, tired look to it. I've darkened this part of my eyes and my nose to give it a more, like, sunken in look. I'm wearing a lot of contour to give my face a more chiseled shape, and there are little things that, like, masculine makeup has, where you kind of darken the outer corner of your mouth, you darken your brows and make them thicker, but, like, the contrast of this character to something like a very femme character, like this character, is extreme. You made your eyebrows 20 times bigger, exactly. Here is, like, a really light makeup look. Like, this character has a very light, natural makeup look, but I'm still wearing, like, lashes. I still have this, like, pinky tone. I have the pop of light in the inner corner. I've brought down some of that color underneath my eyes. And she has more, like, blushy cheeks because she's a very sweet young character. But yeah, so it's I developed my makeup style by like basically first of all expanding my makeup collection to more than like a single palette. Something that I would recommend is finding a if you're going to be doing cosplay makeup or just like having fun with makeup in general, find a makeup palette that has a lot of colors on it. There's actually, let me find, I just sent a makeup palette to my friend. There is a indigenous owned makeup brand, Prados Beauty, and they sell this, like these giant palettes like this one that have so many colors on them. I actually found this brand through a Trixie Mattel video. So you know if it's drag queen approved, it's gotta be a pretty damn good product. $45 sounds like a lot for a product. It's definitely like a little bit more expensive than you would find at a drugstore, but keep in mind, like with this palette, you're literally getting, how many colors is this? 30 different colors. Is that even true? That's 6 times 5. Yeah, 30 different colors. And that's like, the variety you can do with a palette like this is insane. I think they even have a $30 palette that is also like pretty much every color of the rainbow. Let me see if there is a tab that they just have like let me look up eyeshadow. This one. There's this palette which has like all of these different colors, and like obviously these ones were done with a collaboration, so they were temporary palettes, but like if you can find yourself a palette like this, I highly recommend it. It gives you so many options and so much more diversity with stuff. Thank you, Rena. I'm used to buying useless things for way too much, and that isn't useless. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're gonna be doing makeup, definitely get yourself a big palette that has a lot of different color options, and then also get a palette that has like a neutral array of tones. So you want to have something that has a lot of rainbow colors and something that has a lot of neutral tones, because those are like the two families of like makeup in terms of like eye makeup. When it comes to face makeup that's away from the eyes, I'm still learning in that department, but what I've found that I really like is having a foundation that you prioritize long wear over like coverage, because I feel like you can cover dark spots with concealer. The concealer that I use is literally the e.l.f. Like camo concealer. Super heavy coverage, covers my like any spots that I need covered, lasts forever, and comes in a giant bottle. Like it's so good. I got just as long as your foundation isn't streaky when you apply it, like you're good to go. My foundation that I'm currently wearing is the Maybelline like sportswear or staywear foundation, and it's supposed to last 30 hours. So once it's on my skin, it's on my skin. I'm wearing a ColourPop blush. I'm wearing a Wet n Wild highlighter. Wet n Wild highlighters are literally like $5. They are so good for highlighters. The eyeshadow palette that I use is a ColourPop 4, like one of their 4 pigment palettes. And that's just what I'm using as this natural. And then I have a pop of blue on my inner corner. And then I'm using the Stila eyeliner. I invest a little bit more in my eyeliner because I wear eyeliner all the time, and Stila is a waterproof eyeliner, so it's like a $20 eyeliner, but it stays on my face. I don't have to worry about it. When I laugh, I cry a lot, so it's really good to have a liner that won't like fly off my face when I'm crying. But yeah, I think like it's just finding techniques that work for you. Anytime you like feel like testing something out with makeup, maybe doing something completely like new that you haven't tried before, and you're like, I don't know if this is gonna work on my face, just try it. Like, don't like literally you could like be going to bed and be like, I'm not really tired right now. Instead, I'm gonna sit down and just try makeup. Oh my god, hi Blue! Hello! I'm so sorry that you're at work, but hi, mwah, I love you! The thing I bought is technically one of the most useful things possible, but I'm really gonna use it. Ordering pretty things like that is almost impossible to end up being affordable because import tax countries are so greedy because you already pay a tax when you bought it. And then you're expected to pay tax again or be returned to seller. Yeah. If you can find local artists, there are a lot of people who make their own like makeup products and stuff within like a locality. You can probably find like a makeup store that has products that are more inexpensive because they're not being imported from another country. And there's also a lot of small businesses that are willing to like cut down the costs of shipping as much as they can. So just like looking into different makeup brands and finding what works for you. Thank you, Blue. Here's this. My Kaliana makeup I can absolutely break down for you. Okay, guys, so let's talk about special effects makeup. So I've just kind of talked about like what kind of makeup works for you. Also, I will say if you're looking for like foundation shades and you're not sure which foundation shade you should use, or if you're looking for like a specific type of product, there are, if you go to a makeup store, a lot of time there will be consultation counters and you can kind of ask them for advice. There's always like, you can always pay for like a consultation where they will literally find products for you, or you can just kind of ask their advice and they can help you the best that they can. I'm using a Clinique contour stick that I really like. It's a cream contour, and that way it buffs out a lot nicer. And then this is the Maybelline, like, liquid lipstick. I can't remember what the exact brand is called, but, or what the, like, labeling is called, but, I wish I could wear foundation. I just have sensory issues with it. That's totally valid. Bye, Rena. Go to sleep. Have a good rest. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was so nice seeing you. It's okay, Father. If you don't like foundation, like I said, concealer is your best friend. You can also use a tinted moisturizer if you don't mind, like I don't know if you have sensory issues with like anything going on your face, but a tinted moisturizer or a tinted sunscreen, both of those can be very, very helpful, or like a BB cream. There are like a bunch of different things that kind of help you like even your skin tone without being like something heavy that's on your face. That's totally valid, Plu. It is okay. But yeah, there are some variations. If it's a thing where like you can't do anything all over your face, then I'd recommend just like finding a concealer you really like. You don't need foundation, honestly. I only wear foundation when I'm wearing cosplay. Yeah, there are like moisturizers that have tinting in them that can also work. There are sunscreens that have tinting in them that are like literally specifically like cosmetics sunscreens where it'll help protect your skin and also kind of give you that even coverage you're looking for. And there are BB creams or CC creams. There's like a bunch of like creams that are a light tinted thing that go on your skin very lightly. In terms of special effects makeup, I am also still kind of new to special effects makeup, but I did do Kaliana from Critical Role, who is half dragon. So let me find my photo of her where it's like a waist up situation, because that's gonna have the most. Here's a good one. So here's my Kaliana makeup. Honestly, Iggy, a lot of this is not makeup. The way that I kind of bypassed the need to like excruciatingly paint. Thank you so much for the host. I can't see who hosted. What the heck? It's too dark. It's too light. Oh, I couldn't see who hosted, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna guess it's Blue. But thank you. Thank you so much. So the way that I kind of bypassed needing to like painstakingly paint scales on my face is I bought a mask from Michaels, and then I cut it along the shape of my face where I wanted it to be, and then I took cardboard and I rolled it to make this horn that's sticking out of the top of my head, and I glued that to the top of it, and then I cut out these, like, you can see them on my arm here too, what I used for the scaling on the arm. I cut up these like foam scales and I glued them to the mask. And the way, like, and then I painted over black and everything to give it a texture. And then literally the way that I, thank you, Plu. the way that I kept that on my face is at the back of the mask I have like an ear cuff that like cuffs over my ear, and then along the top of the mask I have some like bobby pins that are just hot glued in it that can kind of slide under the wig here, since the wig's getting lifted up anyway by the horn. And then I just put a line of spirit gum, which spirit gum is like a special effects adhesive. A lot of people use it, like people who have ears that don't have cuffs on them, a lot of times they'll put a little bit of spirit gum on the inside of the ear to like adhere it to their ear. It's like a sticky adhesive that is skin safe that is used in a lot of special effects makeup. So I just put a line of spirit gum down the outer edge of the mask and I spirit gum that to my face. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, and it does make it a little bit difficult to talk out of that side of my face because it like kind of moves the mask a bit. But like, Caliana's not really a long wear type cosplay. I wore her, the longest I've ever worn her is I wore her a full day at the Ren Fair. And while I kind of had to perform a little bit of maintenance to like keep her on my face, at the end of the day, like it worked perfectly well. And then I just put a circle of black makeup around my eye to make sure that the edge of the mask kind of blends into that area. And I just have makeup on that one eye. I put a lash on there just for like, just to kind of give it some definitions and stuff like stuff like that. But it's actually like the easiest makeup. And then the horn is also, like I said, cardboard. And then I just pull the edge of the wig over the cardboard of the horn, and I pin the hair back so that it kind of all blends seamlessly into the outfit. Let me see. There's another photo of my Caliana. This one. This one, obviously. This one, the eye is edited because I hired someone to make this all, like, special effectsy. But you can see the horn and the mask really well here. You can see where it kind of, like, hits right under my chin. And the line that it kind of, like, sits on my face. And then I just do, like, kind of light glam makeup on the left-hand side of my face. Yeah, definitely remember to be careful with spirit gum around your eyes. You don't want to glue your eyes shut or anything like that. Like I said, I put the spirit gum on the inside of the mask, and that mask sits like against my nose. I will say the first time that I wore this, I put too much spirit gum underneath here, and this part of your skin is very sensitive and delicate. And so when I first put the spirit gum there, it actually, I don't know if it like ripped some of my skin off or if it like irritated my skin to a point, but I had like a scab on my chin from where this was sitting on my face the first time I did it. I learned to not put as much spirit gum on it the second time. Trial and error. I promise you, spirit gum is not dangerous. It was just the fact that I put it on such a delicate part of my skin and I put way too much on. And so that is how that ended up happening. And then let's talk about body paint as well, because body paint is such a tricky, body paint is so tricky. So here is a cosplay that I did that has a ton of body paint, obviously. Where's my little goblin? There she is. This is not. She's also from Critical Role. She's from a future season of Critical Role. And I fully painted myself for body, for not to turn myself green. I always put something kind of underneath. It would also work for Beast Boy very well. So I use Snazaroo. Snazaroo is a water-based body paint, so if I get wet in any capacity while I'm wearing my body paint, it will literally just like slide right off my skin. You have to remember that some body paint stains, so you always kind of want to do color checks and spot checks with whatever body paint product you're using before you put it on your skin. A lot of times I put like a base of something under my skin, like a tinted moisturizer or something on the base, so that there's something between my skin and the actual body paint. Hello, Melly! Yes. I'm talking about different cosplay makeup techniques right now. Can confirm that Livia was a little green in her ears. Yes, I was. I forgot about that. Yeah, I was like dressed as idols with Melly like later that day, and I still had like green on like the inside of my like ear canal. Because of how much I like, and it's so funny that I did that because like literally I'm wearing a hood in the Not cosplay, so like did I need to color the base of my ears green? No. Did I anyway? Yeah, I did. But The important thing to remember about face paint, there's a bunch of different types of face paint. There's Snazaroo, which is what I use. It's literally sold in like Michael's stores. There's Mehron, which is Mehron. That is sold on like, I know that you can get it on Amazon. And then there's a couple other like body paint brands that are like less of like big players, I guess. Mehron is a really popular one. I know that a lot of people use that. They also have like color sticks, so you can like kind of get it more precise and stuff like that. Shakes your hand as a non-cosplayer. Yes, Jackie. Snazaroo sounds like an Australian troop. Yeah. Croyland's aqua color. Yeah, so most of the body paint like is water-based. That's how you kind of like activate it. That's how you paint it on. For this, you want to think about kind of like how color theory works and how painting works. For my knot makeup, I actually use a combination of the base color green from Snazaroo, green mixed with yellow in some of the lighter parts of my skin, and then green mixed with white as well for like really specific places that I want to highlight. And that's how you kind of get like, see how you can kind of see, I'm gonna point more on my hand here, even though I obviously didn't really shade my hand, but you can see that the lighter parts are like a yellowish green, and then my knuckles are darker because there's more of like that solid green there. That's how I shaded around my eyes and my nose. Basically, I contoured with the darker green color, so I made the base green color a lighter color. And that is what, that's kind of how you work with face paint. You just work with the color that you got and you vary it depending on what kind of look you're trying to achieve, the dimension of the look that you're trying to achieve. Shading is gonna get you a lot more dimension in your face rather than just having like a flat color. You can also use like eyeshadows and stuff like that if you don't want to try mixing colors. Like if you want the dark green color that Snazaroo comes in as a base and you don't want to mix it with another color, you can use the dark green, but then get like a dark foundation that's like another dark shade of green, or not foundation, sorry, eyeshadow, and use that to contour with, and you can still achieve that defined look without kind of losing whatever color you want, because you don't want to mix it with like another color. The other thing that is so important about body paint is sealing it. Sealing your body paint. How'd you get your Snazaroo to look that good? I use Snazaroo and it always looks like a child painted it on me. Honestly, like a lot of building it, Jackie. I use a sponge to apply my makeup, and then I go over again with a brush. Use some kind of sealant on your body paint. Oh my god, especially if you're interacting with other cosplayers. Like, the worst part about my not cosplay was I felt like I couldn't touch people because I was so afraid of transferring my body paint onto them that I felt like I couldn't like hug friends or anything like that without the risk of getting green on their costumes. Sealant will help prevent that. Ben Nye has a brand of powder that is really, really useful. It's used as like stage makeup and stuff like that. It's supposed to really hold your makeup in place. You can just powder it in and that will help seal your body paint. You can use a spray sealant. I don't really recommend it as much because if you're using a water-soluble face paint, you might end up with like streaks or spray marks on your paint. A powdered sealant is really, really good. And if you can help it, honestly, for hands and stuff, if you want to color your hands, a lot of cosplay companies now sell arm socks, which are basically like, think of how people wear colored tights. It's like colored tights for your arms. So that's also a good alternative if you want to be able to touch stuff and you don't have to worry about sealing your body paint and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree, Melly. What sealant do I recommend? Ben Nye powder. Even before you put on body paint, please use a skin shield. Yes, I agree. The Ben Nye powder is what I primarily used. I borrowed it from Melly when we were doing like a lot of Mighty Nine stuff. It is an excellent sealing powder. Like I said, it's used for stage makeup a lot. But yeah, arm socks or gloves for your hands is always an option that you can go with. Obviously I painted my hands, so I had to make sure those were sealed as well. It is never a full guarantee that you will not transfer your body paint, so be respectful and be careful when touching things or other people when you're in body paint, because you don't want to be the person who stains your friend's cosplay because you wanted to look like a goblin all weekend. So those I think are like the big kind of tips for makeup that I can really think of right now. If you have any other questions, if you want to know brands that I use, please feel free to ask. Like I have everything down to like what kind of glitter I use as an idol, like what brand I use for glitter, so feel free to ask. We can talk about contact lenses. Let's go face cam real quick. Me passing the green stains on my Caleb outfit as grass stains. Literally. I look like a goblin naturally, right? Yeah. Exactly, I agree. Of course, Father. I hope that helped. I definitely like, as I said, like when it comes to simple makeup, like this kind of stuff, like simple makeup meaning like standard makeup, things that you can wear every day versus cosplay, just practice. Like if you're not sure if something will work, or if you want to get better at something and you don't want to go out in public looking like busted because you don't know how to do something, just do it at home by yourself and then take it right off. Like no one's, I know it feels wasteful, but it's not wasteful because you're practicing, you're getting better at it, like you're trying something, right? It takes me, like some days I can get my eyeliner like that, other days it takes me several attempts to get my eyeliner well. Would you be able to put your product recommendations in the cosplay channel in Discord? Yes, I can, Jackie. I can absolutely do that. At the end of stream, I will put a list of like different products that I've used for cosplay in the past, my makeup, my sealant, my body paint, stuff like that. I will definitely add that on there. I was an absolute mad lad for cosplaying for 2 days in a row at ECC. Yeah, kudos to you. Kudos to you. I also wore body paint for my my tiefling cosplay where it's kind of funny because I think we were cosplaying our tieflings before Critical Role Season 2. I'm almost positive we were because we were cosplaying Vex'ahlia at the time. And I think it was maybe right before Critical Role Season 2 came out or something like that. But I cosplayed my blue tiefling. I don't know. Maybe it was simultaneous because I think that was the same summer as us cosplaying from Critical Role. So yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I was a blue tiefling and I was like, it was kind of like nice because nobody mistook me for Jester. I usually practice at home and then leave my room. If my middle schooler brother makes fun of it, it means I gotta improve. Oh my goodness. I did my blue tiefling Mags, who is this character here. And you can see here my body paint was not sealed very well. This was also at the end of the day, but I am using a bodysuit for the blue coloring of my body. So you can kind of see the... Not the Fantasy Costco theme kicking on in the background. I'm using a bodysuit for the main blue of my body because I wasn't gonna paint my whole body, and this is a druid who wears like a crop top and stuff like that, but this was very late in the day, so my body paint had started to fade and come off. Plus we had been like, I'm pretty sure my hand looked like that because I had held a drink. Literally, I got so thrown off by the Fantasy Costco theme. I'm pretty sure my hand looked like that because I held a drink and the condensation from the drink had like melted the paint from my fingers. But yeah, this was us when we did our tieflings together. And I think that was the first time I had really gone in with body paint. Yeah, you can kind of see, and like it's rubbing off of my neck because I have like a scarf on my neck. Here's another photo. Yeah, you can really see that it was like my fingers mostly that was fading, but you can even see the like improvement between this and me doing my not makeup. The first time I tried to do Knot, I literally BS'd it in a con hotel the night, this was, oh my god, this was like when it started airing because we wanted to like really jump on cosplaying it, but like, this is my original Knot that was just like thrown together in a hotel room. I thrifted most of these clothes. Like, oh my god. We whipped this up at like 3 in the morning. It was so busted. And then the next time I did Not, my friend Aston helped me with the makeup. And after Aston helped me with the makeup, I basically used that as a reference point and tried to recreate it every time I did my Not makeup. And that's how the improvement kind of came about. So yeah, it's all a matter of practice, trying different things. This is my bow makeup. You can see that I did like a little deer nose and stuff like that. Like, it is all something that will come with practice. And just like not being afraid to try new things. I don't think my makeup is at a point that like I want to keep improving my makeup. I don't think my makeup is at any kind of point where I could say like confidently like, yes, I've achieved what I want to achieve with makeup. I want to keep improving. I want to keep getting better. I've never done a cut crease in my life. Still don't know how. I'm so afraid of doing a cut crease. I have never done one, and it's like the fear that holds me back is strong. So like if I ever learn how to do a cut crease, I will be unstoppable, but for now, I'm still learning how to blend my eyeshadow out properly, so baby steps. I think also finding products that work for you, and techniques that work for you is always a good thing. But yeah, there we go. That's the makeup. Back to my face cam. Hello. Whoa, Not cosplay iconic. I know. Like I got noticed by Sam Riegel in that Not cosplay because we rolled up to Katsucon, like put it together. A cut crease? Oh, face clam's walking most of the pic. Okay, my bad. If you're wearing body paint, take pictures at the start of the day as soon as possible. True, definitely do that. I was taking Meg's photos because a friend like offered to take photos of us and I wasn't really planning on getting photos taken, so that's why my body paint was like falling apart at that point. But wait, hold on, I gotta, oh, okay. I was like, I got a DM from Danny. It was Danny showing me who Cyan from Show by Rock is. A cut crease is when, so you will blend a color like above the base of your, like, so this is your lid and then this is your crease. So a cut crease is when you kind of like put the colors in your crease and stuff like that and like build what you want out there. And then you take concealer and you cut it so there's a very sharp line between the colors on your lid and the colors in your crease. It's basically a way so that instead of like how all my colors kind of blend out, so like there's like it goes from light to like darker to darker, they all blend together. Like this is one solid like makeup look. It's a way that you can have like a different kind of like color in your crease area, and then you can like separate that sharply from what you put on your lid. That's how people who like, let me see if I can just like look up cut crease as like a tag on like Instagram. Here we go. So this is like a page. This is a random page. I'm not promoting these people or anything like that. I'm just showing you what a cut crease looks like. This is what a cut crease looks like. See how there's like that distinct sharp separation between their lid and their crease? That is what a cut crease is. That's a really pretty example of a cut crease. You'll see this person cut their crease, so they kind of build this color on their eye first, only to kind of go back and like cover. It's a way to get your color blended. There they are. That is cutting the crease. It's a way to get your colors blended properly in your crease before you do colors on your lid. This person, very talented. So I've never known how to do that. And I don't know if I ever will. Because, man, it's so impressive, but my god. It's so much work. I also, like, I'm so afraid of, I'm barely good at makeup. I'm so afraid of, like, doing something nice and then immediately ruining it and having to start over. That's what a cut crease is. Oh my god, this doesn't work right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't do that with my makeup. All my makeup is fully blended. Like, the way I do my makeup is I will, a lot of times start with an all-over base color, and then I will do the dark colors in my crease. Like, what's on the edge of my eye is the darkest color, and then I will take a medium shade between the base color and the dark color, and I will use that to kind of blend out the base color into the crease color. It's called a transition shade, and that's how you kind of soften and blend all these colors together to make them kind of light together. Didn't do it for Vex, but a lot of times I'll put some kind of shimmer on my eyelid because I really like shimmers. Could you tell us about how you got into cosplay? Yeah! One of my bosses always has the sharpest cut creases and it's intimidating. She's so pretty. That's so funny. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of work. Like, that's definitely like a sit down and do your makeup for a couple hours type thing. Or like an hour if you get really good at it. I understand being intimidated by people who can do a cut crease. Like, the entire process of it just intimidates me in general. So people who can do it and dedicate their time to it, terrifying. I admire them so much. The way I got into cosplay, it's kind of, it's interesting. I don't think anything in particular really like drew me to cosplaying specifically. The first things I think it came hand in hand with me getting into anime. I had a friend from work who was like into conventions and stuff like that and told me about conventions, my friend Ash. They like, they're the one who kind of introduced me to the concept of conventions, and when I learned more about conventions, that's when I learned more about cosplay. I knew that cosplayers existed. There's a convention that's like really close by to me. It's like an hour drive away. And that was the first convention that I ever attended. The first cosplays that I ever did were Haruhi from Ouran High School Host Club, Lucifer from The Devil is a Part-Timer, and Yamaguchi from Haikyuu. Those are my first 3 cosplayers at my first convention ever. And I used the same wig for Haruhi for Yamaguchi. Like, I used the exact same wig 2 days of the con, and all I did to differentiate it is I took a little clear tie and I tied Yamaguchi's little ahoge on the top of the Haruhi wig, and I was like, Yamaguchi, baby. I bought the cosplay off of like AliExpress or something like that. I bought my Ouran jacket and I bought my Yamaguchi uniform off of AliExpress. And then for my Lucifer cosplay, he literally just wears jeans, a baseball t-shirt that is purple, and that's it. And then I got black angel wings from like Spirit Halloween that were on sale because it wasn't the Halloween season. And those were like, the reason that I got into anime was because I was writing my own novels, or just like, I was working on a novel, I was writing my own stories, and I really wanted to be able to draw the characters how I envisioned them. This was kind of before I understood the concept of commissioning artists to draw. I was on Tumblr and stuff like that, so like I kind of was familiar with it, but I was on Tumblr a lot because I met a group of people. Mel is from that group of people, Vale is from that group of people, my friend Vana is from that group of people. Those are people that I met because we all had a mutual interest in this who is now a friend of mine, Taylor. She was posting about her OCs all the time, and she had genuinely gained a following, like, even though she was an anime blogger and she talked about like anime and like Miraculous Ladybug and stuff like that. Like, that is what her Tumblr blog was about, but she would post about her OCs and people would express so much interest in them. And so she actually had like a big chunk of her following that were really invested in her original characters. And I was like, man, I wish I could draw my original characters because I feel like that's a good way to get people interested in a story. Like, if I want to get people interested in my writing, it would really be helpful if I had like art of my characters that I could then show people And that way it would garner like more interest in like my original work and stuff like that. So I really wanted to learn how to draw, and I was never a fan of like realism and stuff like that. I wanted something that was more animated looking, and so I was like, well, I literally was like to a T the like stereotype of a beginner artist, where I started watching anime and I went through that like phase where all of my drawings were just like me trying to emulate anime as much as I could. And so the first anime that I ever watched was an anime called My Little Monster. Because when I first started watching anime, I didn't want to watch anything that wasn't romance anime. Or shoujo anime, as they call it. So I watched My Little Monster. Do I recommend that anime? Not really. It's a mid-tier anime. Like, the animation is gorgeous, the plot is lacking. It's not bad per se, but it's definitely not one of the shining stars of the anime scene. But I chose it based on the art style, because the art style was like, it wasn't that like when you think of like Cardcaptor Sakura, and like Sailor Moon, like that era of like 90s anime where the features were a lot more exaggerated, like the eyes were a lot bigger, small mouths, stuff like that. Like, I didn't want a style that had more of that element, and My Little Monster had like the style of that art is like it like leans into like a realistic style of animation. So I started watching that because I was like, oh, I can translate this style of anime more into like a realistic portrait of my characters than I could with things that had like, because I watched Tokyo Mew Mew as a kid and like Pokemon, and those had the same kind of style where it's like really big eyes and like it was very anime, you know what I mean? Like when people think of anime, that is like kind of the style that they think of, or at least like when anime was less mainstream. My first anime was Black Butler. I have no right to judge first animes. Listen, father. Do you see that on my wall? This is a judgment-free zone. This is a judgment-free zone. And then I actually think Black Butler was one of my first animes. I watched the only thing that I started watching other than Black Butler that wasn't a romance anime when I first started watching it was Noragami, and I'm pretty sure the reason I stayed invested in that is because there is a romantic plot line that's kind of implied between Yato and Hiyori, and so I was like, oh, this works. Also, they had like the bitchy blonde character, like the young boy, love him, Yukine, the light of my life. Oh, Melon. I understand. I had when I was still getting into anime, one of my friends in college was really into that anime. Like, really, really into that anime. So when I was showing her Haikyuu, oh, excuse me. When I was showing her Haikyuu for the first time, she was showing me that anime. Thank you. I'm the one to be judged. Attack on Titan was my first anime. I feel like Attack on Titan, there was like a period of time, thank you, Iki, where a lot of people got into anime through Attack on Titan. I was like this close to being one of the people who got into anime through Attack on Titan as well, because that is when Attack on Titan, like the summer that I started getting into anime was the summer that Attack on Titan was released, the first season of it. So it was really, really popular, and I didn't watch it because it wasn't romance. Also the Titan, I was like still getting into anime, so, I know, people are getting into Attack on Titan again. And it's kind of like, it's a popular anime, so, y'all are so young. Richter, what was your first anime? Just out of curiosity. Because I have watched some of the like older animes, I'd say, like older in terms of like how long they've been along up until this point. Like I watch Inuyasha, I watch Yu Yu Hakusho, there was Sailor Moon on TV before school. Yeah, I was watching Tokyo Mew Mew on 4Kids. Like, that is where I was watching Tokyo Mew Mew. I didn't even know I was watching Tokyo Mew Mew when I was watching Tokyo Mew Mew, because it was like, the schedule would be like Sonic the Hedgehog, Viva Pinata, Tokyo Mew Mew. You could get 2 things from the Blockbuster, the Ranma 1.5 movies and Dragon Ball. Yeah, I never got into Dragon Ball. That's because that kind of anime, that genre of anime is not really my thing. So my first animes were Sherlock Hound, Astro Boy, and the Old Voltron. I was a Dragon Ball Z child. I didn't get into Dragon Ball Z. Like I said, Tokyo Mew Mew and Pokemon were pretty much the only 2 anime that I watched as a child. I didn't have cable or anything. And I was watching like Arthur and Dragon Tales. And like when I got to go on vacation, I got to watch Nickelodeon for a small stretch of time. So I was really into Danny Phantom and like SpongeBob, typical stuff. Yeah, Voltron, the original Voltron, I never watched, but obviously I watched the Legendary Defender series. Yeah, my parents are not like big cartoon people, so there wasn't really like, it's not like I was in a household that like watched a lot of cartoon content. Like I was the one who kind of brought the cartoon, interest into the family. Danny Phantom, yeah. You watched hella iCarly, Narwhals, me too. Hella iCarly, and then later I did watch Victorious. I watched Astro Boy. My mom watched Astro Boy. I owe the majority of my cosplay count to Voltron. and you're valid, okay? I cosplayed. Who did I actually cosplay from Voltron? I cosplayed Pidge, but I cosplayed Cheer Pidge. The weird thing about my particular involvement in the Voltron fandom was that I never actually really fully committed to cosplaying from Voltron. I just really liked Voltron. I actually still have prints in my room that are from Voltron. My Life as a Teenage Robot fans, I did like My Life as a Teenage Robot. I never really committed to fully cosplaying from Voltron. I did Cheer Pidge. I did a cheerleader version of Pidge. I only watched PBS Kids and Spanish Network Kids. Yeah, exactly. I only watched PBS. So again, like Arthur, Dragon Tales, that was like my childhood. Fesh with Ruff Ruffman. And then whatever was on 4Kids or the Sunday morning like ABC Family, like That's So Raven, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Kim Possible, The Replacements, those shows. That is like what I watched as a kid. Yeah, Melly, you did Keith for like a short period of time, right? I was in the VLD trenches. I loved Voltron. I just like never got a cosplay for it. I miss the days of PBS Kids. I think what happened is that right when Voltron was like, I think it was like Voltron season 2 or something like that. When Voltron started getting really popular and I was like really into Voltron, that is also when the Adventure Zone actually started blowing up, like the Adventure Zone balance. Like I was like listening to the Adventure Zone when like Rockport Limited was actively being released, like really early Adventure Zone stuff. And so that is when the Adventure Zone really started to gain popularity, and like I started to really hyperfixate on the Adventure Zone. And so I went from, oh, I'm interested in Voltron to I am literally only cosplaying from the Adventure Zone forever. And so that's where I spent like a good chunk of my time in the cosplay community, was cosplaying from the Adventure Zone. And that's where I also met a lot of people who I'm still friends with, like that's how Wiz and I became better friends. That's how I met Melly. That's how like I spent more time with my friend Beth. I met a ton of people. I met my friend Mar. Like I met so many people through the Adventure Zone. And I cosplayed Angus MacDonald like really consistently. Like every single convention I went to, I brought Angus with me. I was going to cosplay Angus MacDonald, and I did that for like a year and a half almost. And to the point where I had a couple people who would recognize me as Angus, and like that's when I got my first cosplay fan art done of me. I got pulled over by a cop as Angus McDonald. Oh, that was so funny. Oh my god. So I was driving in DC, and I was following my GPS to I was following my GPS. Yeah, okay. I was driving in DC, and I was following a GPS to a parking garage that I had like prepaid to park at. And so when I got to the street that the parking garage was on, I was following my GPS and it told me to turn left. What I hadn't really processed is that, like, approaching this road, there were signs that were indicating that there was construction going on that road. And so when I made a left to turn, like, literally, like, I could see from, you know how, like, DC and, like, I almost said Texas. You know how DC and, like, New York City are, like, grid-type cities? Like, there's, like, a straight, it's city in general, so like there's like a straight big main street type thing, and then there's like the roads that go across to every time. So I'm sitting at the traffic light, I get the notification from my GPS to make a left, and I can see my parking garage from where I'm sitting at the traffic light, so I can see that it's like right there. I make the left to then like proceed to where my parking garage is, and there's a cop sitting on the corner of that street that immediately pulls me over, and I am sitting there in full Angus McDonald. So like I've got my boy shorts on, like I've got my high-waisted boy shorts that are being held up by my suspenders. I'm wearing a little bow tie. I've got my wig on with my like newsy boy cap on, my big glasses, and I'm wearing a big pin on my shirt that says "World's Greatest Boy Detective and Your Very Best Friend." Yeah, exactly. And so, this cop pulls me over, and, like, that's the thing, Melly, I wasn't wearing, like, a pronouns button, I was just wearing the big button that said World's Greatest Boy Detective, and Boy Detective is the biggest font that's on there, and so, the wildest thing, right, this guy pulls me over right in front of my parking garage, by the way. I'm like, I literally, all I have to do is inch my car into the place where you pull into the garage. And he's like, this road is closed for construction. And I was like, I'm panicking because I hate interacting with cops. And so I'm like, I'm so sorry, sir. I was like, I'm not local here. I was just following my GPS. Like, I paid to park at this garage, and like, there's no other way to access this garage. And like, also, the construction that's going on the street is happening at the other end of the street, like at the other end of the block. So like, where I'm driving is literally totally fine to drive on. So this guy did not have to go in on me. And he's like, and so I'm like sweating. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't see the signs because I was listening to my GPS, and like, this is literally my parking garage. Like, this is my garage right here. I'm so sorry. I'm here. Like, I just, I didn't realize. And this is the only way I can get to my garage, and I already paid to park here. And so he halved my ticket. Like, he was gonna charge me $50 because I made this left turn onto a closed street, and he only charged me $25, but he still ticketed me. But he wrote on the ticket, when he marked my gender on the ticket, he marked me as a male, and I'm like, I gave this dude my license. Like, I had to give him my license so that he could write the ticket. But I guess he like, either he was very confused, or he was respecting what I was presenting as, and he like saw my boy detective button and was like, okay, this is a young boy. But he marked me as male, and then he gave me the ticket, and it was like, okay, go ahead and park in your garage. And I was like, why did we do this? But like, I'll never, like, that is the funniest. I think that's like one of my funniest con stories, because yeah, DC cops are nasty. I've been pulled over by 2 DC cops before. That was one of them, and the other one was like, I think we drove, I wasn't the driver, my friend drove down the wrong end of a one-way street in like, not even like in the city. I guess this cop said trans rights, right? Like, I'm like, I guess like, thanks for respecting like the gender that I'm presenting as, but also, dude, I gave you my license. Like, how did this happen? That was so funny. Like, that kind of made it worth the $25 just so I could have this like hilarious story where this cop saw me dressed as a 10-year-old boy detective and was like, yes, this is a young gentleman driving a car in DC. I had like my wand hanging from a lanyard on my neck. Oh my god, like that was freaking hilarious. So yeah, that's when I got pulled over by a cop as Angus McDonald. For those of you who are not familiar with Angus McDonald, let me show you an image of what I look like when I'm dressed as Angus. Because if you thought I looked young now, just wait until you see me dressed as a 10-year-old boy. Oh my god, yeah. That was a time. That was a time. Let's see. Trying to find one that's just like a solo picture of me, because I don't want to show too many photos up close that are with pals that I haven't gotten consent from. Where's the one of me holding a knife? Oh no, here's a good one. There we go. That's what I look like when I'm dressed as Angus McDonald, and there's the big boy detective button right in the front there. Show us the boy. You got phone books strapped to your feet to reach the pedals. So true. My roommate in college is Latina, but she got pulled over on campus, and on the citation the cop marked her race as white, so she burst back into the dorm saying, guys, I'm legally white now, and framed it and put it on her desk. Oh my god, that's so funny. The boy detective. Well, the reason it says boy that big is because there's a magnifying glass around the... I wonder if I zoom... No, zooming in does nothing. Zooming in does nothing for the image, but there's a big magnifying glass around the O in boy. It says world's greatest boy detective and your very good friend. I'm Angus McDonald, world's greatest protector and your very good friend. The boy is so prominent, I can't understand why he did it. Yeah, it literally just says boy. Like, if you glanced at me, you definitely would have just read the word boy. Thank you. It's not an anime, Darth. It is a D&D podcast called The Adventure Zone. I cosplayed the Adventure Zone so much. Here's another very good image of me as Angus McDonald. That was a reference to when Magnus like gave him his dad's knife, his like grandfather's knife to like hold it. This is literally like an emote that I have access to. But yeah, that's what I look like when I'm dressed as Angus McDonald. So you can kind of understand why he did it. I very much was like, I am a little lad. Nishi, thank you so much for the follow! Welcome to the Lemon Tree! I hope you enjoyed the stream! It was, Melly! B7? I don't know what that question means. Can I see my wife? You mean Loop? Oh my god, Nishi, thank you! That's so funny. You can see my Loop. Do I have any recent photos of Loop? Because the thing is, I haven't done Loop in so long, and my Loop was not that impressive. I'm going to be honest. Oh wait, this one you mean? This wife? This is the only Julia Burnside's cosplay I've ever done. And it was me sitting at my desk in my college apartment and making TikToks as Jules. This was the only thing that I ever did for her. I really want to do a full Julia Burnside's cosplay. I will be doing a full Julia Burnside's cosplay when I visit Vancouver this summer. Peep the top comment for literally, you can see Iggy in the comments! You can literally see Iggy! Oh my god, 161 weeks ago. That's that hyping me up from day one. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That's so funny that you can literally see Iggy hyping me up. I think the rest of these are TikToks. Yeah, they are. Oh my god. Iggy's been my hype man since day one. Iggy and I will do Julia Burnsides and Magnus Burnsides if it kills us. But yeah. That's what really launched me getting into like D&D cosplays. Just kind of like, that's what really launched me getting into cosplays that I took creative liberties on. Like getting into D&D really changed my perspective on cosplay, and I realized that I didn't just have to like buy costumes that looked exactly like the characters. I could kind of style things my own way. I could thrift things and modify them. I could make more of my costume, and like I didn't have to worry about it being like the canon representation of something. I could be more creative with it and not really like put myself in this box. Melly, do you that Clue cosplay is nice. Thank you. I cosplayed as Miss Peacock from Clue. Let me see the one where if I posted it. Melly, do you mind if I show a picture of our Amnesty group? Because I got permission from Danny to show any photos that we're in together. Here's a good one. Okay, thank you. This is my Miss Peacock, and my friend Cece is Miss Scarlet. So this was something that like was totally like, this was just a dress that I owned. I didn't like make it for Miss Peacock or anything in particular. I have a peacock feather tucked in my hair here. Same wig that I used for Julia Burnsides, by the way. This wig is an Amazon wig that I got for like $12 very early on in my cosplay career. I don't even remember what I bought it for. I bought it for Mila from Yuri on Ice. And I used it for Mila from Yuri on Ice. I used it for Miss Peacock. I used it for Julia. I used it for a Natasha Romanoff, like inspired outfit that I wore to the Black Widow premiere, when I went with my friend. So this was our Clue photo shoot where we did Miss Scarlet and Miss Peacock. We were supposed to have a bigger group than this, but a lot of the cosplayers couldn't either make it to the shoot or couldn't get the cosplay together quick enough, so we just had ladies, and that's totally okay. So we did Taz Amnesty cosplays, Danny, Melly, and I. This is my favorite photo of us. I think it's so cute. Let me make sure my face cam's not blocking it too much. Okay, good. Where I wanted to do, first of all, Griffin McElroy did not give me a canon Loch Ness Monster, character, so I made my own Loch Ness Monster character, and she worked at Amnesty Lodge, but she was a lifeguard. So we had the Amnesty Summer Camp AU that I conjured up in my little brain because I love summer camp. I love the summer camp aesthetic. I love camp counselors. I love that whole thing. So we did the Amnesty Summer Camp. I designed these t-shirts. I made the logo and everything, and then I printed them on t-shirts. It's just like an iron-on transfer. It says, thank you! The t-shirts say Amnesty Summer Camp for all cryptids and creatures. And we have Danny here, obviously cosplaying as Danny, the vampire character, Sylvan character, but they're mostly inspired by vampires. We've got Melly as the Mothman with their Indrid Cold cosplay, and then I am cosplaying as Nessa, which is like short for Vanessa, but she is the Loch Ness Monster OC that I made, and she is a lifeguard, and so I had this like happy like silly hat on, and like a jacket that I wore over my cosplay. We did like a series of these where we each did like the iconic the silhouette of the Loch Ness Monster. We did the big red eyes of Mothman. It was very, very cute. Here's like a picture of Danny telling, I know Danny's kind of like blocked by my face cam here, but like Danny telling like a tall tale. Actually, In this photo, Danny is legitimately telling a story about an experience that they had at a summer camp that they counseled for, and it was very, very funny. It got some good photos out of us. This is the first photo I ever got with Danny. Oh, look at us. This was so nice. This was the first convention I ever met Danny at. I still feel so much gender from the solo photos from the shoot. The wildest story. Yeah. Amnesty International is an international... Do you want to know what Amnesty is? First of all, Amnesty is a word. Like, Amnesty... I don't know what Amnesty International... Well, obviously, this is the definition of Amnesty International, but the word amnesty means, like... It's like hospitality and kindness. And Amnesty is the title of this branch of the Adventure Zone, which is that D&D podcast I've talked about multiple times. They did a Monster of the Week campaign, and it was called the Adventure Zone Amnesty. Yeah, where, like, there was a photo of Melon from that photo shoot, and, like, they look so ripped in the photo. Like, can't explain it, but they look so beefy. It was very gender. There's where's the series of photos I think that I shared from this shoot? The beefiest moth. Literally, there's nothing more gender than cosplaying Mothman embodied. I'm trying to find where... Am I, like, way too early? I think I am, because now I'm all the way back, like, when I started cosplaying, so... I think maybe this was the first picture that I posted, but I thought that I had shared photos. I definitely, at some point, shared photos of... This one, these ones. Yeah. They're so cute. The beefiest moth. Davenport. Yeah. My Davenport cosplay. That was literally my friend's Koran from Voltron mustache slapped on me last second. God, where did I have Davenport? He was like down here, eh? Cause I only got like 2 shots of my Davenport cosplay. Emmy! Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello! Hello, Emmyville raiders! Welcome in! Oh my goodness! How was your stream, Emmy? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in. We're doing a chill chatting stream. I am cosplaying Vex'ahlia from Vox Machina, which is a D&D podcast. Hi, Emmy, how was your stream? I hope you had fun. Tell me all about it. Mods, if we can get a shout out for Emmy, that'd be awesome. But we're talking about conventions. We're talking about cosplay. Thank you so much, BB. I appreciate it. And we're talking, like, I told a story about how I got pulled over by a cop as Angus McDonald from the Adventure Zone. Hello, Pachi. I hope you had a good time at Emmy's stream. Thank you so much for coming over. My name is Lemon, or Lem, or M, or Emmy. Any variation of the nickname will do. Just don't call me mean names, because I'm sensitive and I will cry. I am a cosplayer and variety streamer, and tonight we are talking about my experience with cosplay, how I got better at makeup, my relationship with fandom and stuff like that, and we're talking about our own personal experiences with fandom. Angus was committing spectastic crime against humanity. Yeah, no, I made a bad turn in DC. But yeah, like, I hope you had a great stream. Thank you so much for sending your audience over here. I appreciate it very much. My pronouns are she, her. And typically I do play games, but tonight we're just hanging out. Tonight I got in full cosplay for the first time in months, and we are hanging out and talking about conventions. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely stream. And if you need to, like, run and take care of yourself, take a break, feed yourself, get some water, anything, you are obviously welcome to. Thank you again. I appreciate it. We are going through, like, photos of cosplay. There's, like, our full group of the 7, but here's my Davenport. This is my Davenport cosplay. This is one of the 2 photos I got of my Davenport cosplay solo. My pronouns. But yeah, and that's his artifact. But thank you, Faye! I appreciate it! Thank you, thank you! Bye, Iggy! Have fun at D&D! Thank you so much for being here! That most cursed shoot, yeah, it was so windy. Oh my god. And we were on, like, a balcony, too. You can literally see my bow tie is, like, sideways in this photo because it's, like, this way. But, yeah, like, we were on, like, a balcony, and it was, like, there was so much wind coming off the water because this is like on a waterfront. It is it is insane. But yeah, the wind did make the red robes look cool. It was just a nightmare for us because we were all wearing wigs. So we did take some inside photos as well. Like, this is a good one of like everyone. I don't know why I look like heinously evil as Davenport in this photo, but that is a group shot of everyone, without any of the wind ruining our capes. Possessed. I look truly evil. It's middle-aged Fry from Futurama. Oh my god. Futurama would be so much fun to cosplay from, honestly. Let me see. Yeah, I've done, like, this is one of the cosplays, like, you can see that I get more, like, creative with my cosplays after I start getting into the Adventure Zone, because the Adventure Zone, when it started, had literally no point of reference for character design. You could put whatever outfit you wanted together, and bam, you were cosplaying a character that was recognizable. This was the first convention I ever cosplayed Angus MacDonald at, and I did it last second because I was cosplaying him with my friend Mar. This is the first time I met my friend Mar in person. We had just been talking about the Adventure Zone over DM up until that point. And from there, we just got more and more unraveled. Have I talked about Callie at all? Yeah, I did talk about my Callie makeup. I didn't actually talk about my the way that I like sewed my whole Callie outfit. So up until this point, again, like I was thrifting a lot of outfits, or I was modifying clothes that pre-existed. But my Calliana cosplay was actually the first time that I ever fully made an outfit from scratch. I'd thrown a couple stuff together, like things together from Goodwill. I'd modified pieces before, but Calliana was the first time that I truly like took fabric, took a pattern, and sewed an entire dress. Melly was really helpful with me through it. My friend Aston was helpful. Wiz was helpful. Like, so many of my friends were so patient and nice to me when I, like, bombarded them with questions. But this base, like, white dress that I'm wearing here is completely, like, I sewed that from a pattern. I made the cloak. The cloak was super... I did! Well, the cloak pattern was so convoluted, okay? Like, like, literally, because, I don't know if you remember, Melly, but there was that one piece of the cloak that was, like, it was supposed to, like, cover up the seam of, like, the hood to, like, the body of the cloak. It was, like, a neck piece, and I had to make it, like, 3 different times because of how weird the measurements were on it. The measurements were really weird because it kept ending up being too small. And then, like, it was just like, I was still learning to sew, so I couldn't get the stitch, like the, what do you call it? How much you, allowance. I couldn't get the allowance, like, precise enough that I was sewing it, like, straight enough. So it was so messy. But, if I find there's an image of me at the Ren Fair wearing Calliana that is like a really good full shot of that outfit. This is somewhere in here. I like at one point, like, you can really tell that I started posing. Here it is. Here's a really good shot of the full body. So the white dress, these sleeves were actually supposed to be more like cinched. Aw, thank you, Melly! I'm still really proud of it. I kind of want to remake the dress because I feel like I have a better understanding now of, like, especially, like, certain, sewing methods, like the one, bunching. because after I made my skirt for LARP, I learned a lot more about like pleating and bunching, and like how to gather fabric with the thread. So I feel like I could make this better and then do a better job of making these sleeves like be kind of gathered at the end, as well as maybe give it a little bit more shape. Plus, I used the same thread for all of this, so like you can see the like green thread that I used because I didn't know how to change out the thread on my machine enough. Yeah, gathering in pleats are a time. And I definitely didn't have the level of skill then that I kind of have. I have a much better understanding of different stitches now. So I feel like I could really remake this dress and make it look a lot nicer and cleaner. I also made this tail, which was like, I basically made like a big sock that I stuffed with cotton and wire to give it a shape, and then I made like plates of foam. The one thing I was pretty decent at was using foam in props and costume work and stuff like that. So like these scales are foam, the scales of my arm are foam, the scales of my mask are foam, and the cloak is like, the cloak was probably like the biggest achievement that I really finishing the cloak was one of the biggest achievements I'd ever done with cosplay, with sewing and hand making stuff. I had a latch here that closed that I kind of like made from like 2 different kinds of latches. This is supposed to be one of those things where you like thread, it's like a belt buckle type thing where you thread something through it to keep it closed, but I used like a hook and eye latch, so I just used the hook part of it and I hook that to hold the cape closed. And this is just a piece of scrap fabric, which I feel like you can really tell in this photo, but that's okay. She's not a rich character. But yeah, this was a huge project for me, and it was a big step. It was a big learning step for me as a cosplayer because I basically learned how to read patterns from this project, and I'm still really proud of how it turned out in the end. I like the foam work that I learned with Callie helped me with my foam work with Vex'ahlia when I made this chest plate that I'm wearing. As well as the bow that I made. I don't have the bow here because it's so big and it's kind of fragile, so I don't want to destroy it, but here's a photo of me holding the bow. That is the bow that I made from insulation foam, and just like a little bit of leather and stuff like that. It was a big project and took me, I'm not blocking it with my face cam, am I? Oh, I kind of am. Let me see if I can find the other one where I'm holding it the other direction. There it is. This is a good shot. That is the bow that I made. And I'm still super proud of that. So like you can really see me just kind of like gathering skills. I sewed this cloak like I said. Technically it's a modified piece of clothing, but like the only thing that's really modified about it is that the fur was already in the shape of the cloak I was achieving because I turned it from being the outside of a cloak to being the inside of a cloak, and I sewed all of this on top of it. Yeah, Fenthris. This is my Fenthris. It was based off of fan art that I was looking at because I was trying to achieve some kind of shape that was more impressive for this, since it's an enchanted bow. And I really liked this artist's interpretation of it. So that's my Fenthris, and I was very proud of it. Still am. And I really want to get more, like, I want to get better and better at making my own accessories and clothes for cosplay, because that's kind of with like my, not really an end goal, because I just cosplay for fun, but one of my like goals with cosplay is to get better and better at like sewing in general. I really, really want to be decent at it, so that I can, like, I don't know, even like repair stuff. Like, my Aphrodite cosplay from Hades, is a bodysuit that I made appliques for and sewed on this bodysuit. You can't really see it very well there because of the hair covering it, but let me see. There should be a photo of me before I got those photos back that I posted. That's not it. I might have scrolled past it. Did I scroll past it? Was it actually higher up than I thought it was? It was like right after the con. Here it is. Yeah, here's a go. So you still can't kind of see it because of the hair, but yeah, there's like these big flowers on it. There's appliques going up and down it. That's actually not as good a photo as I thought it was because of how much my hair is blocking it, but you can see these like pink lace detailings that are on it. That's all stuff that I like cut out of a lace that existed. And then I put I forget what it's called, but it's what you like iron. It's basically what turns it into an iron-on applique. I turned them into iron-on appliques so that I could have that as like a reinforcement way of having them attached to the garment. So I ironed them onto the thing and stuck them on that way, and then I reinforced it with like hand stitching all along some of the more delicate parts of it. And that was a big project that I did in college alongside my Vex'ahlia cosplay. I cannot believe how productive I was making cosplay when I was in college, genuinely, because how the hell was I balancing that with what, like, the stuff I was going through in college? The stress and everything. I'm just grateful that, like, I had it as an outlet during college because, I think if I had gone through college during the pandemic where we didn't have the option to go to conventions and stuff like that, I really, really would have lost a lot of my creative drive. So I'm so happy to have kind of lucked out in that department where while I was in college, I had that as kind of an escape and something that I could do that wasn't academic focused, but I could still like glean a sense of achievement from. It's why I love dancing so much. It's another thing that's like really fun where it's like, this is a fun creative outlet for me, and it also gives me a space to like spend time with people that I love and care about. But it's also like a nice way to like feel like I'm achieving something, and feel like I'm working on a project that has like an end goal that will have like a little bit of payoff to it. That payoff being like, honestly, like the payoff being kind of like attention, but as well as like achieving something as a group, like having an end product to be proud of, like a video or whatever. And just like that feeling of fulfillment when you like, when everything comes together and like your entire group of friends like works on something together and does it so well and like has fun doing it. The biggest payoff of all is just having fun with my friends. Genuinely, like at the end of the day, that's all I care about. That's why I cosplay. That's why I do anything that I do, is like sharing happiness and like a shared interest in a shared space with people that I love. I made the skirt for this outfit as well. This is my LARP character. This was the skirt I talked about that I learned how to like bunch more of like at the waist and like really kind of understand how to have a loose garment that also kind of comes to like a more like tight area. It also has like an elastic waistband, so that was kind of necessary to learn. And this skirt already, I think, like, it's hard to tell in this photo, but this skirt is already so much better made than my Kaliana dress, because my Kaliana dress, I couldn't even like make the like top, like the bust part of it separate from the skirt, which I think I would do if I went back and I remade it. I would make it so that I was sewing like a skirt to like a top to give it more shape, because my Kaliana dress is literally a box. It is a slip dress, and the only reason it has a shape is because I wear a waist cincher under it. Like I wear one of those like Amazon like waist cincher belts, and that's why it has shape. So like this, I would really love to go back with what I learned from this sewing project and apply that to a better Kali dress. Or just like any dress in general. There are a lot of projects that I really want to do. I want to make an outfit for my persona, for Lemon, like the character Lemon. I really want to do that. I want to make, like I said, I want to make the Yona's princess dress. That's my dream cosplay. So there's just like I have a little list of things that I have materials for that I basically bought as a way to motivate myself to do more sewing projects. There's a I wonder if I can find it. Let me see if I got a face cam. I feel like I made more cosplay in college than I do now, even though I feel like I had less time in college. Exactly, Jackie. It was definitely something to distract me from academic pressure. And it was also something that like really helped me keep in touch with my friends when I felt so detached from everything, because like I was like 6 hours away from home, and like I had to travel so far to go to conventions where my friends were attending, like Katsucon. Like I had to drive, I drove like 8 hours or something to go to Katsucon when I was in college because of how long I had to make that drive. It was a lot. But it kept me sane. It gave me a break. It was like a built-in vacation. Built-in, not really, like I did have to miss class for it, but like it was something that I could let myself enjoy and focus on. It gave me a goal and like drive to work on something, and it was really nice. Cosplay really like kept me sane during college, and also like introduced like the most important people into my life. So let me see if I can find this. There's an outfit for an idol character that I really wanna make. I doubt I'll be able to find it. I don't think I will. I don't think I can find it. But there is a character from this anime called 22/7, or it's like Nanabu no Nijiuni, is the Japanese pronunciation of it. She wears like a pumpkin, she was wearing like pumpkin shorts and like a pumpkin like overalls and stuff like that. And she's dressed up for Halloween, and I really want to make it. I've had all the materials for it for a million years, and so one day I will make it. And I want to make another Katori outfit. So there are projects that are just kind of on hold. But yeah, like cosplay is like, I'm so glad I got into cosplay. I'm so glad that I felt the drive to I'm grateful for anime for getting me in that creative space and introducing me to the people and the convention community. Because that is exactly like the kind of people and like the kind of like just the community in general that I'm really glad to be a part of and like have in my life. It allows me to be creative in ways that like I didn't really know were possible when I was younger. Like it kind of combines a lot of my interests into one like kind of area. I like writing and drawing, like art, and just like my love for animated media and stuff like that. Like not even exclusively anime, just like any kind of animation. As well as my love for games. Like I've cosplayed from video games a bunch of times. I cosplayed from Doki Doki Literature Club. I cosplayed from Animal Crossing. I really want to, I can't wait to do my Celeste cosplay on stream and play Animal Crossing with you guys. That's gonna be so much fun. And yeah, I just like, God, it's, cosplay's so fun. I'm really happy to be part of it. I can't wait to kind of return to the convention scene now that people kind of like have a better grasp of like what kind of regulations need to be in place, like what needs to be enforced. Like I don't know, there's still so much more, like there's still so much up in the air about it, but it feels like we're getting to a place where at least like some events can occur, and it's not like unimaginable. But yes, Melly, thank you, that one. That second one you sent me. Thank you so much. Guys, I'll show you. Melly found the image that I was looking for. Melly, my hero. Let me scroll to the side so I can center her. This one! Yeah! Okay. Thank you, Melly. That one! That's the outfit I want to make. It seems simple enough. I just need to make puffy shorts. I just need to learn how to make bloomers. And we'll be good to go. It's such a cute little outfit. I want to do it for Halloween so bad. She's just a little pumpkin. And so I really, really want to make it. And I want to do like a cute little dance in it. I cosplayed this character before, but in her like uniform. Yeah. The ghost Mew is so cute. Look at her. Oh, you can't see them because of my face cam. Hold on, wait. I got this. I will figure this out. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Oops. Well, that's not the way to figure it out, eh? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I accidentally... History... Restore previous session. Thank you. I said, let me figure this out, and then I accidentally closed the whole window. There we go. Now I can put Mew. It's just that Mew is like so far. There we go. Zoom out once. Put them there. I think that allows me to put them... Yeah, there we go! Look how cute! Oh my goodness. She's so cute! I love her! Be nice to her, she's shy. Yes, be nice to her. She's honestly like such a wonderful protagonist. If anyone here has any kind of interest in idol anime, I know that... Or like... how do I recommend the show 22/7 to people? It is idol anime that has beautifully done. I would say if you are interested in maybe like idols, but you don't want like you're not really interested in like the traditional sense of idols where there's like not really any kind of like complexity to the plot. The music is all kind of happy-go-lucky and upbeat and stuff like that. If that's not really your jive and you're looking for something that's a little bit more like realistic, 22/7 is a wonderful anime. I wouldn't say it's realistic in its in completion. The whole plot is not realistic, but yeah, there is this whole thing with a wall there that will kind of jump out at you. But I will say the individual characters in 22/7 are all super complex. They have personalities that are complex and they have backstories that are deep and emotional. And the music is beautiful. The music is so incredible. If you guys want to see, there is a music video that I have always like wanted to recreate basically. It's kind of a pipe dream, but can we please type shampoo? No. Yeah. It's this kind of like music. I'm gonna just skip to the part where the music starts because there's so much intro. Banging. It is BB. Hi, Shatter! 10 out of 10 best song. It's my favorite. This is not Love Live, Shatter. Yeah, it's 22/7. That's okay, Shatter. Me too, Melly. So the funny thing about you saying that, Jackie, is that the reason it probably feels like a lot of the old MMDs that you watch is because did I? Okay, I was gonna say, did I hit? This is arms outstretched. Sheesh. Is because the entire music video is mocapped, so it's actually like here's me cosplaying June. That's the girl that I cosplayed from that anime. The performances and stuff there are actually mocapped, so the voice actors for the girls are all dancing and it's being motion captured the entire time. That entire 22/7 is a very unique concept for an idol group because it's basically VTubers before VTubers were a really popular thing. They had their own YouTube channels where they would make YouTube videos about being an idol for 22/7. And so while we had like the voice actresses who played the different characters like performing live and stuff like that, we also had this like storyline where like these girls were all like real people who had been recruited for 22/7, and then they had like stories about being on 22/7. They had YouTube channels, literally like Sally Yamaki, who is the like English speaking member of 22/7, like the most English speaking member of 22/7. She has a channel on YouTube where she literally played like horror games with her with other members of 22/7, and they were just VTubers, yeah. And so they created this idol group completely made out of virtual idols, and then it became an anime, and the anime is so good. Please watch it. Not enough people watched it because it wasn't a super popular franchise. It was a really niche market, I think, and it didn't really get a lot of publicity. Welcome back, Father! But it is essentially like VTuber idols. And but the story of it is so good and so well done. Cannot vouch enough for 22/7. Very, very cute anime, very nice. And the music, so good, so good. It wasn't popular and it came out on the Tale of Love Live version 3. Yeah, I think 22/7 was airing around the same time that they were doing a lot of stuff with Nijigasaki, which is the third iteration of Love Live, which is obviously like has a huge corner on the Japanese idol like market and interest. So it was kind of being overshadowed, and I think like other big things were being released around the same time. I feel like the people who watched 22/7 were people who had previously known about 22/7 in some capacity. I feel like the majority of people who watched the anime were people who were fans prior to to the anime's release. So, which was me. I literally like, I was so excited for that anime to come out. And so I showed it to a bunch of my other friends who enjoy idol stuff, and I was like, guys, why don't we check this out? And then my friend Sky and I made my friend Atlas and I made a dance cover. It was not of one of the Nijigasaki, Nanabu no Niji Uni 22/7 songs, but it did have all of our friends who were cosplaying as 22/7 with us in it, and it was very cute and I liked it a lot. But yeah, so idol anime is a huge, like, I would say that my interest in anime is very much like tethered to idol anime. There's still definitely some like anime that I really enjoy. And of course, like, I'm not like completely disinterested in anime. It's just in terms of media that I'm interested in like cosplaying from and like putting creative energy towards. Right now, especially, it really leans into like TTRPG stuff, video game stuff. And anime's kind of taken like a backseat to that, but I still really want to cosplay. Like, I want to cosplay Shippo from Inuyasha so badly. I want to cosplay, I'm trying to think of like other characters that I want to cosplay. I have a Kanao from Demon Slayer cosplay that I still really want to wear to a con. Because I got that cosplay in during the pandemic. I really want to do whatchamacallit, who? Kakeguri. Yeah, I want to do the main character from Kakeguri really badly. D&D and idol content allows for so much fan content. Yeah, I agree, Melly. I especially like, I feel like D&D has so much, like, first of all, like, D&D is in a really peak popularity era right now. Like, a ton of people are able to kind of make a platform off of talking about Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, like TikTok and stuff like that. Yes, we gotta do our Kakeguri cosplays, BB. I have mine. I want to get a new wig for her though, because I've been using like my old Sloan wig, and that thing has seen years of stress, and I need a new one. And idol content is huge for like fan interaction. Honestly, like most of the idol, like I think idol content is successful as it is because of the fan base. Like they are so diehard and committed. That like also BB Syllabub did cosplay to the fingernails girl from Kakeguri, and I feel like we could get them to pull that out of retirement maybe if we said we would cosplay with them. Yeah, fingernails girl is genuinely one of my favorite characters in that. Yumemi, yes, Yumemi. I would also cosplay Mary from that series in a heartbeat. Love Mary. But yeah, like I feel like is that a poker anime? It is a gambling anime. It is not a poker anime. It is about a school that uses yeah, Melly, you can get in on that group. Absolutely. I would freaking love to do a Kakeguri group. If you have a fave character, like absolutely, like anyone. I have the stuff for why is her name like Yumiko? I have the stuff for Yumiko, but like I have the girls' uniform for the school, so I will literally do like any femme character from that anime. Genuinely. Runa's so good too. Oh, there's just so many good characters in that anime. I would say so. Kakeguri is definitely like a it is a mature anime, that's for sure. It kind of makes fun of the like hentai genre of anime. It's a parody of that kind of stuff. But it's gambling. They attend a school where your social status in the hierarchy of the school is determined by how good you are at gambling and how much money you have. And so it's not like card game based gambling. There are card game based ones, but then there are other ones that are like puzzle based. There are other ones that are like a board game type based. There are other ones that are like just like a simple like mind game type thing. Yes, Melly! Oh my god, please! I want the male protagonist gone, father. I like him. I like Ryota. He's a nice kid. Here's the thing about Ryota is he respects women, okay? I can stand by him because he is a woman respecter. He's doing his best. Sorry, my train of thought is like all over the place because Kakeguri is such a good anime. Like if you're an adult, I highly recommend checking out Kakeguri. Incredible anime, very entertaining, very if you like, I would say if you are also a fan of the anime Death Parade, if you liked Death Parade, you will like Kakeguri. Hello Ray, welcome in, how are you doing? He drinks 2 liters of respecting women's juice every day. He does. He's a good boy. Hello Ray, welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely night or day, whatever time it is for you. We're talking about cosplay, and we're talking about different fandoms and stuff that we've been in. I was just talking about the anime Kakeguri. Death Parade was so good. Death Parade is an incredible anime. I would literally introduce Death Parade as a good starter anime for people. Like, if somebody is looking for something that is not like cheesy, kind of like upbeat, happy stuff, like Death Parade is an incredibly well done anime. And it has really cool like interpretations of some like dark themes. And I love any kind of anime that has games that are not what they seem. Like anything that has something that's kind of like a mystery, or like a game that has like a trick to it or something like that. So yes, Jackie. Jackie. Sorry, I just inhaled. I like took a sip of Pepsi, and there was still like a little bit of Pepsi in my mouth when I inhaled. One of my first cosplays ever, Jackie, was almost Nona from Death Parade. I have the wig that I was gonna use as a base and everything, and you can really tell that I knew nothing about anime, or it's not anime, cosplaying when I first started cosplaying, because I bought the wig for Nona, and it is literally like a cheap, it's not a lace front. It is like $10 from AliExpress. The only thing that it's good for is the color of it. But she has like a high braid ponytail. And like this is like a long like hair down wig. Like the amount of technique and expertise I would have had to have to put that in anything that resembled a ponytail was definitely way out of my depths as a starter baby cosplayer. So like thank you so much for the follow, Ray. Thank you. Welcome to the Lemon Tree, and I hope you enjoy the stream. I do usually do game content, but today we are cosplaying, and we're talking about my cosplay experience. I do cosplay randomly otherwise, but today I really wanted to like talk about my experience with fandom and the community. I think that like, but yeah, so Kakegurui is incredible. I did a like demon Yumiko look for Halloween one year. This was what I did. I'm not super happy with how this looked or anything like that. Again, this wig is like a really bad wig. But this was my demon Yumiko look. I had little bat wings, and my red contacts and my fangs, and then I had these horns were the entire reason I did this look for Halloween, because these horns are red with black ink in them, and then they have like red and black and silver glitter in them, and then it has mini playing cards in the horns. Like, they are so perfect for Yumiko. I had to do like an Oni inspired look for her. BB, weren't you the one who helped me buy those horns? Because I was at like work or something when they were being dropped by the artist, and I think I was like texting BB and being like, can you please like buy these for me, and I will like Venmo you the money for them. Like, I just will not be. Yeah, I can actually show them to you. I have them on hand. I got 2 types of horns from the artist that made those. I got the card playing ones, and I got ones that have citrus themes in them. I'll show you, hold on. They're actually like very on hand for me. Oh, thanks. They're not like hooked on like a million things, so I can. Oops. There we go. God, it is so hard moving around in my room in this cosplay because this cosplay is so bulky. I was at Summer's wedding! Oh my god, you're so correct! I was at Summer's wedding! I was at a wedding. That's so funny. Thank you. You're so correct, Melly. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Anyway, here are the Yumiko horns. They're not designed to be Yumiko horns, I just used them as that. But they have playing cards in them. And I was like, I can't not wear these with my Kakegurui cosplay. They're so pretty. I love them. I love them so much. And then here are the other horns that I got from that drop that are a different style, but they have these little lemon slices in them. And I think they are so neat, and they have this like orange-yellow ombre to them. I kind of want to cosplay. Yeah, literally, BB, I was literally about to say I kind of want to do a pun on Lemon Demon. I was literally gonna say that, Richter. I kind of want to do a pun on Lemon Demon and just dress up as a lemon demon. What, can you imagine me wearing that sweater that a lot of, like, I know Rambo owns it because he's a huge Lemon Demon stan, but there's, tips my horns, La Demon. There's that sweater that Rambo and a lot of Rambo fans wear that says listening to Lemon Demon at an appropriate volume. Me in that sweater with like my white wig and like these like horns and just cosplaying a Lemon Demon, I think that would be so funny. I think that would be so cute. So those are the other horns that I got from them. There is an artist that I follow who makes literally the most pretty horns I've ever seen in my life. Do you guys want to see? I want to, I think I do, BB. I think it was like Beastly Boutique, I want to say. These people. I want to say that they were the ones who made the horns. Yeah, they definitely are. Because here's the same like style of horns. And here's and here's a different style of the horns. So Beastly Boutique is the store that made those horns, and then there's this one, I think this is what their username is. This cosplayer, look at these horns. Look at those. Aren't they so pretty? Like, look at these. Are you kidding? Oh wait, I'm not showing you my screen. Sorry, there you go, I'm a dummy. Thank you so much for the follows. Oh. Yeah, sorry guys, that's my B. Okay, that was very bizarre. But yeah, look at these. Sorry guys, I had the thought and then I was like, I didn't switch my camera. But yeah, look at these. Like, look at this one that's like clear. Like, are you joking? These are gorgeous. This is Storyteller Cosplay on Instagram. I saw their horns on TikTok and I found them on Instagram and I was like, I'm obsessed. Look, they make these like these antler ones too, which I never see resin artists make antler. Like, this is such a rare shape to see because I imagine they're much harder to make. But like, are you joking? I'm obsessed. I love them so much. So that is Storyteller Cosplay. Incredibly talented artist. I just think they're so neat. I just think they're so cool. I love this so much. Right? Oh my god. The antlers are everything. This was the other Instagram I was trying to show you guys. This is where I got the playing card horns. So this is Beastly Boutique. This is their, I think that they are not able to make horns that much, at the moment because of a limit of, like, the resin that they used. But yeah. This was the store that made my horns. And they make a bunch of cool horns too. As you can see, these are love letter horns, so they have a bunch of love letters in the horn and like this heart-shaped glitter. I love when there's like mini stuff in resin creations. So this was definitely like this one has little sakura flowers in it. Like, excuse me. I think Beastly Boutique, I might have bought the horns that I wore for my Mags cosplay from. I feel like they were at a convention that I went to and that's where I got them. So the horns that I am wearing as my tiefling, which is all the way back here. Sorry to scroll so quickly, folks. These ones. Wait, hold on, I have a better photo of that. Where is it? There it is. These ones, I think. I think these are really early Beastly Boutique horns, and they are like a light blue ombre to like a clear that have like a glitter in them. But yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I dig their fursuit paws in the ears. Yeah, their paws, Jackie, have resin claws that they put like sparkles into and stuff like that. It was really cool. I know. I bought them at the con. And yeah, I'm very glad that I did. I think I did that intentionally because I think I saw that they were going to be at the con, but I have like no memory. That was so many years ago at this point. But yeah, very excellent purchase. I low-key want to commission somebody to make me a bunny head like the one I have for my persona. Father, that would be so cool. I am getting bunny ears, so as we know here, as like the origin of the puppy girl on this channel, I collect animal ears. So I have a bunch of ears like this. I love like Mimi fashion and stuff like that. Oh my god, puppy girl Vex. So I have a bunch of ears like this. I am getting ears from this maker. Let me show you these ears. Hold on a second. I'll remember this time that I'm in, I'm not on the right camera, but I have to find their account and I have to go to my DMs to do that. So, I'm not gonna show you my DMs. But here we go. Guys, look at these bunny ears. So I have been looking at, free puppy girl content, Vex puppyfied. Nothing is safe from the puppy girlification of the world. I have been looking for floppy bunny ears forever. I love like lop bunny shape. And a lot of ear creators make them where it's still like the headband and it's still like a stiff type of ear. But this person makes them out of fabric. Hold on. So this is very commonly what like a lop bunny ear looks like, where it's like it's the same kind of material that people use to make shaped ears, but it's like soft and loppy on the side. Look at this. I am getting these ears in a slightly darker brown fur shade. Look at how floppy and cute they are. I am so obsessed with them. I am obsessed with them. I cannot wait to be the softest bunny ever. Ever. I'm obsessed. I love them so much. So I have I've worn the wig before on stream. It's my Toru wig. Jackie and Father are just dying in the chat. I have a wig that I've worn on stream before. It's my Toru Honda wig that I'm gonna match them to. And then I'm gonna wear the little yellow bows in my ears, and then I'm gonna wear the Lolita dress that I bought from Danny's recommendation, and I'm gonna be a little picnic bunny, and I'm so excited. Live your dreams, guys. Make your dreams a reality. Also, this person is just a very good ear maker. These are their Tangy from Animal Crossing ears and tail. These are their superstar, their Glamrock Freddy ears. They're so cute. Their ears are so well made. I love them. They are adorable. Look at these floppy ones that look like ice cream. Oh my god! Oh my gosh. These are their jumbo lop bunny ears, and they are just so good. They're just so good. I love them. You got like sucrose ears. If I ever did a Genshin character that has ears, I would absolutely buy them from this maker. They look so good. Blue from Blue's Clues? Like, are you kidding? I'm obsessed. I love them so much. So, this artist is tsukimimi.shop on Instagram, and I adore them. I'm just obsessed. I simply love it so much. Yeah. Melly, I don't think you got to see, because I opened it on stream like a long time ago, and I don't think I posted a photo anywhere. Do you want to see the Lolita dress that I bought that Danny showed me and sent to me? Because it's the first like actual Lolita piece that I own, and I have it actually like right in my closet. And I'm so excited about it. And I think anyone who wasn't here for that stream either, like, this is, I'm very excited for this. I'm gonna go on a picnic with Danny. And we're gonna be little bully. Move my chair. Ba-bum! I got this secondhand. But this is my first Lolita JSK. It is this beautiful dress that has this like tulle overlay to it with the bows and the lace and the yellow gingham. Yeah, the yellow gingham is truly lemon core. And then we've got these little bows. And there's bows on the back as well. Yeah, right, Father? I wasn't sure if you were at the stream where I unboxed this from the delivery, but this is my first ever Lolita, and I am very, very excited to wear it. Oh, but yeah. This. I'll back in the closet. Like this. Whew, thank God that didn't set my dog off. Sometimes when I close my closet, my dog thinks somebody's knocking at our door, and I'm like, hello? She just loses her mind. But yeah. Alright, well, guys, it is 10 p.m., and if I'm going to make any kind of is my costume comfortable? On a scale of 1 to 10, this costume in particular, is probably, with 10 being so uncomfortable that I can't stand it, and 1 being like, it's comfy, I would say that this is probably like on a 6 or 7, just because it's a lot of layers. It's about 5 layers of clothing. This piece in particular is super not like flexible, so like it's kind of like sitting in a corset with boning. I can't really like bend around, and also there's so much stuff hanging off of me, like bags, belts, these like panels of my like bodice type thing. It's like a 6. I've definitely like the things that kind of eliminate the fact that it's uncomfortable is like this wig is comfortable. This is very like soft and nice to be wearing. It's not like the layers themselves aren't hard to put on. This is the only thing that's a little tricky. And it's not a lot of makeup. I would say probably the most uncomfortable cosplay that I've ever worn is Kaliana, just because of that mask being like literally glued to my face. I love her to death, but it is like the most uncomfortable cosplay that I wear. And the boy mayor of Second Life, which is a joke cosplay that I did to a live show of My Brother and Me, which is a podcast. There is a YouTube series called Monster Factory that I highly recommend anybody checking out on YouTube. It is hilarious. It is 2 of the McElroy brothers just screwing around in different video games and making the worst characters that they can with the character creators. And I cosplayed one of their abominations, named the Boy Mayor of Second Life, and I had a boot tied to my head for an entire night. And while the rest of it wasn't that uncomfortable, I also had a whole couch cushion shoved down my shorts, to make his lopsided body. The boot was the most uncomfortable part of that because, less so because there was a boot in my head and more so because I had it tied by the shoelace, and the shoelace was like rubbing the back of my jaw when I talked. So I ended up with kind of like a rug burn on the back of my jaw from it. But that was essentially the most uncomfortable thing. But yeah, this one's not too bad. This one, I can, like, I don't really mind putting on. And I haven't really gotten uncomfortable during stream or anything while wearing it because I haven't been moving around too much. But yeah, I think that I'm going to have to call stream there because it's 10 p.m. If I'm going to make any kind of cosplay or TikTok content in this, then I want to start on that because it's gonna get too late. Genuinely, Melly, it really has. Like, I've watched it like a couple times and like it's really held up. And it's done me a service with so many different characters as well. Honestly, the fact that it like holds up this well and that I've like glued the Cali mask under it a couple times, like it has been through some shit and it's still held up so nicely. But yeah, I think we're gonna probably call stream there. I have a friend. Let me double check that he's still live, but I'm pretty sure he is. Oh wait, is he not live anymore? Oh no, I thought he was still gonna be live. Maybe he's taking a break. Wait, let me double check. I'm gonna check his Instagram really quickly. Yeah, Melon, that is like so, it's so amazing. Despite being able to watch the stream for the first time, I also came back right at the end as to not end my streak. The face aside, I will never not see the end of a stream. Okay, wait, let me see something because I want to see why my friend is not live anymore. Because he was doing a charity stream. Maybe I just missed it. Huh. I guess he's not live right now. That's a bummer. I was gonna raid him and send you all over to his charity stream. But instead, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, I'll send you over to someone I've sent you to many times, playing The Sims. And thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I love talking about cosplay and stuff like that, so we'll definitely do it again in the future. I'll just start cosplaying randomly on stream. Sometimes it won't always be a just chatting stream. It'll be like me playing a video game and cosplaying. But this was really nice. So stick around for the raid. Just to gather your free lemon loot and also to say hi to our friend. I'm gonna send you over to Jermeeth. We love Jermeeth. Here is the raid message. Here is the sub raid message if you're subbed. And I hope you guys have a lovely night. Mwah! I love you all so much. Make sure you're spreading love and spreading positivity and spreading puppy girl supremacy. Say goodbye to Trinket, who I threw over here. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I loved having you. And join the raid. I will see you over in Jermeeth's chat. Have a good night. I love you. Bye! Bye.